All right, folks, this week we are honored to bring you a Brandon Davis episode. In my humble opinion, I think Brandon Davis is one of the most slept-on snowboarders to ever do it. A true all-terrain vehicle, from street rails to contests to Alaska to park. He can do it all, truly, and he can do it all well. So this episode is also co-hosted by the lovely Gimbal God. He killed it. We laughed our faces off. Some great stories about getting tuned up and getting bit by scorpions and dragging your face down a chain link fence. I think you're going to like it. We laughed a lot. But before we get into the episode, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's a Patreon member. We couldn't do this show without you. It means the world. And all the sponsors that support the show, we freaking love you. And everybody that listens, you guys rule. So I'll stop talking. Silk, play the intro.
You are listening to the
Hey, MFM, see you on the lift. Back attack, dude.
Bon voyage!
Get that damn car off of the hill.
Slide down them big hills. You know what I mean? On the big, nice burgundy snowboard.
All right, folks, welcome to The Bomb Hole. I have no idea what episode this is, but it's going to be a good one. Today in studio, co-hosting, we got Gimbal God to my right. What's happening, Gimby?
Dude, we're doing good. How's everybody doing?
How's the wheel bearing?
Dude, wheel bearings, it's doing better now. We replaced it.
Okay.
4-hour incident on the way here, but
Perfect.
It's good.
We got Silk D on production. How you doing, Silk?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
I love that. And we got the man of the hour. We got Brandon Davis in studio. What's happening, B. Davis?
That was actually my wheel bearing.
Oh, it's yours.
He's feeling okay because he didn't have to pay $1,100.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
probably broke it on the hot spring road, but
Yeah, my car.
Haven't told him that yet.
Spenny borrowed it for a few days, and he came back. I'm like, hour into the drive. What's that noise? It's a little interesting.
So you clapped it. Your foot in the bill? Is that what's happening?
he's footing the bill. I'm paying the parking tickets for Rockstar Open. It's $700. So
It all balances out.
Yeah, it's pretty close to even.
Yeah, you guys are even. I noticed you guys have been riding like a ton of park this year, like just jamming. What's the plan? What have you guys been doing?
Dude, we're on kind of a no plan program. I mean, the plan now is it's not snowing anywhere. So, like North America, pretty much the only place that has snow is Japan. And we spent a couple weeks there and had like this obligation to go film this like sandwich commercial in Mammoth, and then kind of just ended up spending a week there. 40 degrees and sunny, so you can't really beat that.
You know what's great is like a lot of people get older, they turn into powder snobs, and they're like, I don't want to ride park. You're like, fuck it, I'll ride whatever.
Dude, no, it felt good. It feels real good. I've been kind of a powder snob for the last few years, and now I'm thinking I might just be a park guy again. You know?
Yeah,
like,
go back to the roots.
Yeah, no, it feels good, especially a place like Mammoth. You know,
Has he been providing clips, Gimby?
Dude, yeah. I think our cap is about 3 hours in Main Park before all the tricks run out. Ooh. And I'm like, switchback rodeo? It's like, I don't know.
We can make it to the end of that long Larry.
dude, the 124 footer. Yeah, 6 days in.
Yep.
I had a couple sketchy civilian makes before that, but nothing film worthy. And then, dude, we were honestly trying to film that thing for like 5 days and kind of thought it wasn't going to happen. And Spenny, like, we had a couple warm-up laps for one run one day, like 7th day, we were there 6th day, and Spenny pulls out his phone, and I just ended up standing on it. I was like, I think I'm actually going to make it through. And I didn't know what to do. I'd been like planning on making it through this rail every time for hundreds of tries. Haven't made it through, finally stood up on it and just like went blank in the head, just like looking at the clip. I was literally just standing on the rail. Like, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't pop off it. I was just like, I think I'm going to make it. Like, Spenny's actually filming it like crazy.
Dude, yeah.
You got time to think about it. You're on it for like 10 seconds or something.
When I whipped my phone out, like on the first jump, and just doing the scramble glove off the video, and he just rolled through, and then I don't think you even knew I was filming until halfway through the rail.
No, halfway through the rail, I look over, and I'm like, is Spenny in my peripheral right now? I'm like, am I going to make it like Bordy? Remain calm. Bordy. Woo. Yeah, which felt all right. And then this other local kid, Ewan from Mammoth, we'd been filming some laps with him for a few days, and then like I landed it, posted it. I know the next day he just went back there, does it right away. Like, I've been battling it for like 5 days, and the Mammoth team Instagram posted a little Instagram clip of him going through it, like casual Sunday, like, damn it, these kids are getting way too good.
That's incredible. Well, I want to jump off talking about a recent win in the Rockstar Energy Open Rail Jam, which I think is huge. If you think about, you grew up, you rode slope as a kid, you know, and then you got into riding, you know, powder. You ride handrails. You filmed all these video parts. Normally people, they go to the powder, they turn their back on the steel. And then B. Davis, 2026, pulls up to REO, gets the win on the steel. Love to see it. How was that this year, brother?
Dude, nuts, bro. Like, I mean, I'm 30 this year, so I'm feeling pretty old for the pack.
You've been in the game for so long, though?
Kind of holding on, you know? I'm 30. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
If you're still doing it at 30, I mean, what a blessing, you know? Like, but you show up to the top of the course and it's like all these hungry kids and you're like, dude, I don't know. Rockstar hit me up like, do you want to do the rail jam? I was like, yeah, sure, I'm down. Like, then I got there, I was like, do I want to do the rail jam? Like, these guys are nuts and the rails are huge, you know? And like, honestly, I think I did pretty good because no one knew what we were competing for. Like, I don't know. I won, and then someone like half hour after I won, Todd Richards told me, "Yeah, you won 15 grand." And I was like, 15 grand? Did anyone else know what we were battling for? Like, I don't know. I was just hollow headed and having a good time. Like, it's kind of when I compete the best. Is like if I actually don't care, which is hard to make yourself actually don't care. But I would literally like was up there. I was like, dude, I don't. Whatever, you know. It's just another fucking rail jam. Like. Yeah, then I ended up doing all right.
I'm kind of seeing a theme here. You go to the end of the 127-foot rail, Hallow Head. You win Rockstar and G Open, Hallow Head. Seems like maybe the key to life is you just keep the head hollow.
Dude, yeah, which is harder to do than it sounds.
Okay.
Well, and on your little thing, you like mentioned rails, park, backcountry, but the first ever contest, like AM contest, you know, people get into the rev tours. This fucker goes and fucking wins slope and wins pipe.
Woo!
Never did amateur contests again.
World quarter pipe champion also.
And quarter pipe champion. So you got half pipe, quarter pipe,
everything.
And you know, I love you Stacks, but a lot of people give Stacks the ATV, and like, I'm giving it to Brandon.
Shots fired, dude. We love him.
The World QP, and also, we didn't even talk about Alaska.
We haven't talked about Alaska. We should talk about his first run ever in Alaska.
Yeah, let's hear about that.
Dude, I haven't done shit in Alaska. Really,
you went there?
Like,
you just got to talk about the first run.
Dude, yeah.
From the airport.
Okay. Full honest?
Full honest from the airport. Okay. This is 3 years ago. No one can get in trouble.
First trip we ever went to AK, like, I kind of had some budget lined up for the first time. You know, we're going to put like, you know, heli costs so much money. It's like 20 grand or something. I'm like, all my money's going to this heli trip. We drive up there and we're waiting in Valdez for like, it's a classic situation. Like get up there and just sit around for 3 weeks waiting for weather. Like I had this Rockstar shoot planned in the spring. I knew I was going to kind of have to do. It happened to coincide with like the only sunny window we had in AK. And I was like, you know, I'm calling Steve, the Rockstar guy. I'm like, dude, like, is there any chance I can get out of the spring park shoot? And like, basically he's like, no.
Like, gotta go to the park shoot.
Make a business decision. Turns off the phone. I'm like, all right, I'm going to Tahoe. You know, like Tahoe sounds great, Steve. I love Tahoe.
Alaska aspiring? Let's go to Tahoe.
Day window in AK, waited 18 days. Tahoe.
Yeah, we'll go to Alaska for 3 weeks, wait in the clouds, and then it gets sunny, and we'll go to Tahoe for some sun. And then we'll come back at the tail end when pretty much like we're up there with Judd Hankes and Torgeir Bergram and Stale. Shout out. And basically by the time I got there, it was like the 5th sunny day that had happened. All these guys are super burnt out. Like I flew back from Tahoe on like the 19th, April 19th, landed at like midnight in Anchorage, slept until like 5 a.m., got in the car on 420, drove 6 hours to, I was in like texting Spenny, like, dude, just meet us in this remote parking lot. You know, like basically you pull up to this parking lot, Heli's gonna come pick you up. I'm like, okay, like deal. So we drive 5-6 hours, we get there, kind of an all night travel bender, and the whole crew's like super burnt out. And like, they're like, oh dude, we saved this sick line for you. Like, you're gonna love it. I'm like, oh, that's sick. Like guides are kind of like, you know, the way things operate up there, like the guides don't want to like put you on stuff unless they know what you're doing, and like they want to know that you know what you're doing before they put you up on some huge exposure. And I remember like, yeah, here's the line we saved you. I was like looking at it, I was like, what, bro?
First ever AK
You
line.
saved me this line, you know? Like, you guys probably didn't want to ride that line. But it's like not even like a gnarly line. It's just like classic Alaska. It's like you can't really see the whole line. All you know is you got to ride down like as close to this huge 300-foot cliff as possible. And hopefully you're going to like spray some snow over it to add some effect. And then you make it to the bottom and it's all good. And I mean, that's basically it. Fuck, I got dropped off, like got picked up in the remote parking lot. A couple minutes later, I'm dropped off at the top of this huge peak. And it's just me and Stale up there. And then I remember it got all quiet and Stale's kind of like acting like, he's like, you know, this, I can't see anything. This is like the most nervous I've kind of been. I'm like, you're going second, dude. Like, don't play that game with me right now. Like, you're going to follow my track down there. Like, we're going to be fine. We got to just get through this. And then, like, I've always had this thing in the backcountry, like, when it's just you and your boys and, like, you're out there, you can kind of get your things done. And then, like, I'm staying on top of this line. All of a sudden, like, out in the distance, a heli lands. Of course, like, 12 pack of snowmobilers shows up, you know, because it's, like, new age Valdez. People are going so far on their sleds now. It's like, dude, the last thing I need now before I drop into my first line is like also these 12 dudes hooting and hollering at the bottom. Like, what? He's about to drop in on that. Like, let's stick around and watch it. I'm like, dude, no. Like, you guys need to keep moving. And I don't know. End of story. I pretty much went down the line and I was totally fine. But it wasn't like, you know, classic AK. Like, in my head, I wasn't sure what I was going to ride when I got there because I'm imagining all this, like, you know, Travis Rice, like spines and pillows and like kind of freestyle-y terrain. And then Valdez, you learn, is pretty much just these huge, like, I don't know what you call it, like planar runs that are just like super steep and consistent, but they all have this massive exposure. And it's like skiing in places that you shouldn't go skiing or snowboarding, whatever. Like, it's all places that I'm like, dude, if an avalanche happens here, like, we're going to die. Like, even a small avalanche, like, and I pretty much just ended up riding huge exposure the whole time when I was there. I was like, I think I don't really like Alaska that much. And the snow wasn't even that good. Like, so it was, I don't know. I have a love-hate with Alaska. I've been there a few times and honestly never, like, scored, like, all the John Jay clips.
You guys have
and
been there
Travis Rice
together?
clips.
Yep. I usually have to convince.
How does he do out there?
Dude, pretty beast. After that first line, the second line ever on a full exposure line, he just decided back 3 in was good. And I think what was crazy is, like, normally when you go up there to film, say, like, even if you're a professional and you're going with a new operation, you don't know the guides, you know, you're going to do your proper briefing. They're going to put you on some, like, client runs to kind of get a gauge of who you are. And, Justin Befu, who's kind of like my AK dad. Like, I've almost been up with him every time. He's guide up there. And I remember he was pretty tripping on the line I picked for Brandon and the second line I picked for Brandon. But he was like, how good, like, is he going to be all right? Like, you know, and I was like, dude, don't worry about it. He's going to be good. And like that, I think after the second line, when he like fucking back 3 does a butter on an exposed panel to 50-50, this like pretty like micro spine, like exposure both sides, Befu was like, dude, what the fuck? Second. And like, it wasn't, I feel like when you watch
Second
it on
run ever in AK?
Yeah.
Damn.
But like, I think AK is just different where like it's a whole different style of snowboarding. But like, I feel like the thing with Brandon, he's really good at the hollow headness.
Yeah.
You know? But it's like the hollow headness, I feel like up there and like in the streets or in contests, like all the best dudes that I know can just kind of click off life, you know?
Leave the brain cells at the door.
Yeah. And then, you know, the skills show. But like, I think if you're in your head a little bit up there, like, it's not like up there is any different than snowboarding, like in the park or the streets. It's just like, I think when you're not used to that environment.
Well, it's kind of different though, because you could die from an avalanche.
No,
Or
for
the
sure. But if you
helicopter.
go faster, if you go faster than the avalanche,
Yeah, that's true.
Manuel Diaz.
Dude,
Yep.
sometimes there is no outrunning that thing though.
No. Well, or you could duck dive it like Rice.
Dude, yeah, I mean, the guy who, I'm not going to say, never mind, you know? He had 10 careers of Travis Rice. I don't know how many, if there'd be 10 of them standing around.
It's a good point.
True.
All right, I want to know, you know, B. Davis,
Are you from Big Bear originally? Where'd you grow up? What did that look like?
Yeah, so I guess I lived in Arizona until I was like 5, but that's pretty irrelevant. I don't remember anything.
Perfect.
And then whatever situation we ended up in Big Bear. And yeah, I grew up in Big Bear, a really sick time, honestly. Like when I was there, it was like, I don't know, when I moved there, 2000 or something like that. Like snowboarding was at such a height.
Bradshaw peaking.
Dude, Bradshaw, Mike Burton, all these dudes, just like contests every weekend. They had Goofy versus regular, Vans Triple Crown. Like the amount of like snowboard industry that was coming through Big Bear at the time was like next level compared to what it is now, you know? So I feel really lucky like growing up in this time where like snowboarding was so special in that place. And it still is, but it's just different now.
No, it was the heyday. Who were the early influences when you first started riding there?
Dude, yeah, pretty much Chris Bradshaw, Mike Burton. I don't know if you heard of that dude. I think he got arrested at some point for reselling lift tickets or something. But like that dude was always so sick. Like both of those guys, like that was back in the day where all the resorts were doing movies, right? And they had a team. Like Bear Mountain was coming out with a snowboard movie every year. So I'd like, you know, ride Bear all year and like wait for this movie to come out at the end of the year and basically see what all these pros had been doing after the resort had closed. Like they'd go build a super session park set up and just like invite all the best dudes out. And I'm like, dude, this is happening like in my backyard, you know, like what an inspiration for like just me as a youngster, like trying to get into snowboarding.
Were you Midget Mafia adjacent though?
Dude.
Because Midget Mafia was hitting around that time.
Midget Mafia was hitting and my mom was terrified I was going to get in there.
Oh, she didn't want you in there.
I like partially got inducted at some point.
Okay.
And then kind of had to retract.
Really? Damn.
My mom's like, dude, the Midget Mafia was so sick. Like, they were all just a bunch of gremlins looking like dirtbags, like 12-year-old little kids looking like they're homeless out hitting street rails all day. Like,
Hailstorm hitting a fat sag.
oh yeah, fat sag with the OG dragons on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
no, I like looked up to Zach when I was a kid because he's a few years older than me, and like, he wasn't that far off from where I was, but like when I started really getting into snowboarding, he was already finding some success with it. You know, I'd hear these rumors like, oh, like, dude, you know, I heard Zach's got travel budget. Like, I'm like, what? He's got travel budget? Like, what is sick? Like, I didn't know that was a thing, right? Like, I don't know. So it's like learning how the snowboard industry moved, like kind of from within it was super awesome. And like the time I spent there as a kid, I'm so grateful for.
So how did the kind of formative years progress? Did you start doing contests? Like what did it feel like when you first started figuring it out and getting some shine?
Dude, I don't know. I was like always just kind of hell-bent on being a pro snowboarder from like being a kid. I have no idea why. Like whatever it was, like in the early 2000s, like all the height of cable TV and like X Games was just going off, like Shaun White versus Kevin Pierce. I always just like was like, dude, these guys are living like rock stars. Like, this is what I want to do. And pretty much had tons of contests growing up as a kid. Like, I remember some weekends doing 3 contests, rail jams. Like, Friday night, there'd be a contest, Saturday and Sunday. Like, there's Dragon 3-Ring Circus, Forum Youngblood contest. Anon was doing these things. It was like nuts how often you could like involve yourself as a kid. And, you know, every weekend you're winning like, I don't know, bindings or beanies or whatever it is. I was like so psyched. And then kind of just had it in my head, like from such an early age, I was like, I just want to be a pro snowboarder. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes. Like, I remember going to Snow Summit as a kid, and like, I have a little brother who we were teaching to snowboard at the time. And I was like, Dad, like, I want to go to Bear. No, we got to go to Snow Summit today to like teach Devin. And I'm like, no. All right, like, I'm just going to ride switch all day long. You know, like I had this, some weird, like, I don't know. I just knew exactly what I wanted to do and kind of how to get there. And I just was a kid just like going for it.
It seems like you took the contest route as a kid too, because I feel like you grew up doing rev tours and all that. How did it look as that contest grind evolved?
Dude, I mean, basically the only way I saw a path for myself making it, which is like, especially for like the time I was doing it as a kid, like you kind of had to come up in contests, make a name for yourself, and then you could split off and start doing whatever you wanted. Like that was just the formula back then. So yeah, I was doing like USASA contests, all these little things as a kid, and basically was like begging my dad. I was like, dude, like I'm not going to get good enough in Big Bear. You know, the jumps are so small. I don't know. Like I felt like if I was going to make it, I needed to move to Mammoth or like move somewhere with bigger scene, bigger jumps, like a little more opportunity. And like kind of after like years of begging my dad, and like, I don't know, he was going through some stuff as well that kind of needed some life changes. It just worked out to where it's like, dude, I actually, one day he's like, I applied for a job in Bishop, California, and I got the job. So if you want to move to Mammoth, like, let's do it. I was like, no way. Like, so basically moved to Mammoth and kind of just started grinding. Like, I was 15 when I moved to Mammoth, which is like not young, but not old, like in snowboard terms, you know, like all these kids are 15, 16, they're already so good. So like I moved there as a 15-year-old. I was like, I got to get to work. Like pretty much just started going ham every day, you know, like riding as much as I could, riding half pipe, riding slope style. I think I was there for like a year, maybe not even a year. And I ended up doing my first rev tour, which like is kind of like a qualifier series to get into all the big contests, and went to my first rev tour and I won half pipe and then I won slope style. Woo! Which is kind of nuts. Like, that's my only claim to fame. I beat Raibu Katayama.
Damn.
And Chase Josie.
Walk us through the pipe run. Walk us through the pipe run. Come, I know you remember.
No, I have no idea what I did,
Mickey,
but I know
sure.
I did front 10, cab 10.
What? But I didn't know you had the smoke like that in the pipe, dude. What?
Dude, well, I moved to Mammoth and
Front 10,
I actually
cab
kind
10.
of stopped riding slope style because like basically all these people told me like, dude, if you want to get good, go ride half pipe. Like you want your edging to be good, you want all this stuff, go ride half pipe.
Kind of smart.
Yeah, true.
Went in there and I absolutely sucked. Because like I'm coming from Big Bear, I've never been in a 22-foot pipe. Like just looking at that thing was nuts. Like, and kind of got like addicted to it for a year because I could feel the progression again, you know, like kind of going from nothing. And I'm like, well, this is actually not too bad. Like, all these guys are scared to cab 10. Like, it's not that bad, you know? Like,
Says the kid with a perfect cab 9 on a jump.
yeah. It's just, you know, it's just another one.
Not that hard. Yeah, that's fucking insane. But your Mickey's insane. Did you have Mickey's?
Dude, I didn't have Mickey's. I learned that at Superpark. I learned that. And then I got
Statesman.
a photo.
Yeah.
The first time I ever done it. Like I
Oli Gagnon.
Oli Gagnon took a photo of me at Superpark and I was super hyped on it. Like, but yeah, no, I did not know how to mid twist.
But you had back-to-back 10s. That doesn't make any sense.
No, yeah, that's a skip.
No, and then he
progression.
quit, and then it was just like me, Judd, and Chloe Kim over there, and I was like, "Fuck, this kind of sucks." Like my boy's gone. I'm looking at him over on the slope course. I'm like, "That looks fun."
Was he kind of a weapon as a kid? Gimme?
Dude, yeah, I hated him the first second I saw him. I was on chair 6, about midway up the park, middle jump. Like
Chair 6 is main park.
Chair 6 is main park, in like, you know, like the early season, they have like one baby one that's like 40 feet. Kid does like a perfect back 7 mute. Woo. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I like at the time, it was like, there was like, you know, like T Flan, Trevor Jacob, Worm. And then there was like the Mammoth team that was like me and this other kid, Garrett Weinert. And Garrett was kind of the top dog. And I was like trying to get there. And then Brandon shows up. And I'm like, fuck, this kid's better than me. I can't do that.
You were kind of like, this guy's going to be a problem.
Yeah. I was like, this guy's going to be a problem. And then we honestly didn't hang for like 6 months.
Yeah, like a full season.
Yeah. Like it wasn't until like a Grand Prix practice, I remember, where like I was fucking terrified to hit the jump. And then we like kind of buoyed up. And then I guess we've been friends for a minute since, but he's been an issue since.
Back 7 had him shook though.
Yeah.
Back 7 I was shook, dude. I was 15, like, God, dude, what?
Dude, and I feel like you had some like pretty good early success. Like at what point did you start doing World Cups and doing well from there?
Dude, well, yeah, that's what's crazy is I kind of moved to Mammoth, did my first like round of rev tours or whatever, and like won both of them and just kind of got access to like doing a bunch of contests. You know, I went out and did a US Open, which is like the OG Vermont one. Signed up as like, and it was actually an open event, you know, so I signed up for whatever the regular field was, but you had to go through like pre-qualifiers and then qualifiers and then semifinals and finals and like.
You make it to finals?
I made it to finals.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I fell and got last, but like, you know, as a kid, like I went from just being some random kid to like now I'm in finals with Chaz Gouldemont and like all the dogs, like trying a trick I've never tried before because I wasn't prepared for this.
You must have been just past junior jam at this point, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I was probably like 17, 18, something like that. Like it's pretty normal nowadays, honestly. But
Yeah.
I felt like a baby.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you did US Open. I feel like, what about World Cup? I think you got some wins, didn't you?
Yeah, I kind of like, I don't know, like I ended up winning some contests, but like contest winnings are weird. Like some people get addicted to winning contests, right? Like someone like McMo or some of these guys, you know, like they want to win, like but then they just want to keep winning and they want to keep winning. And like, I had this weird thing where like, I knew I could win. And like, once I won, I just wanted to check that box. And like, snowboarding always meant so much more for me than like competition and being the best. And like, I'm not trying to like win all the time, you know, like if I can go up there and show that I can win, then I'm psyched. And if I have enough money to buy a sled, then I'm not going to come back to the contest. Like, so basically that's what I did. I went in one season, I won Mammoth Grand Prix and then went to US Open, and my buddy Kyle Mack he won like 45 G's or something. I was like, dude, that's nuts. Like that must feel pretty good. So like, then the next week we had the TTR World Champs in China, which was like kind of the last of like, you know, there's not that much prize money in competitive snowboarding anymore. So it's like, they had 40 grand up for that. And I remember like sending an email to like my coach Mike Ramirez is like a longtime homie. And like,
love Mike. I'm gonna give him an air horn.
Yeah, Mike deserves an air horn. He wasn't even there that week. And I remember sending him an email. I'm like, dude, like I need to pay rent really bad. Like I need to win this thing because I'm broke. And like went there and I remember I made finals and then it was 3 runs in finals. And first 2 runs, I fully choked and just like, was like, I knew I needed to win or like I wanted to win so bad and like let the stress levels get a little bit too high, I think. And then I remember being at the top of the course, like before my 3rd run, and I was like, dude, I had kind of already given up, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if I fall, whatever, dude, we're in China, it's all good. Like, kind of fully stopped caring, got locked into the Hallow Head finally. That was like the first time
found the Hallow Head.
Fully Hallow Head, and just like didn't care about anything, dropped in 3rd run, landed it perfectly, like ended up winning the contest, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's the most money I've ever seen in my life, right? Like, don't come from a ton of money. Like my family's never like been super dialed, and like to finally like all of a sudden I had won Mammoth Grand Prix and had like a little bit of shed, I don't know, 10, 20 grand, and then won this other contest and I got like another 40 or 60 grand. And I was like, I'm out of here, bro. Like I'm buying a truck and a sled and I'm going to go see what else is like snowboarding has to offer, really. Like
insane. So around that time, is that when Mayhem edits are going down? Is
that was after? Like pretty early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like me and Spenny kind of started that Mayhem thing originally because like him and his old Gimbal God thing, you know, like we've been kind of doing that with just me and him for like a long time. Like after he stopped hating me for my back 7, we would take turns just filming each other all day. Yeah. Like I'd get 3 laps and then I'd film him for 3 laps and then we'd make some like cheesy GoPro edit back in the day with the crazy music, and then GoPro would post it on Instagram. We'd get all psyched. And then
I remember Todd Kupke being like, hey, are you ever going to change the music on those? Respect.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, he saw that coming. Should have listened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then basically once I got on the US team, I linked up with, like, I met Kyle Mack and Nick Baden, and shout out to those guys. And yeah, we kind of just were like a little crew on the US team, like all really liked snowboarding. We all didn't necessarily love competing, you know, so we're all just like hanging out. Like we wanted more than just the competitive aspect of snowboarding. So like we'd travel around all these places we're going to be at regardless and just film edits, park edits, whatever it was.
Dude, park edits like of people going hard. Thank you for bringing those back because I know you guys have been cooking, but like they kind of had I feel like they had a hiatus.
Dude, yeah. I mean, like I remember back in the day, like I don't know, like sick. The RK1 edits.
Yeah.
Of like, fuck. Like I feel like for our era of snowboarding, like the RK1 edits that like Olav was making was like, those were it. And then we had the Mayhem stuff going, but there was, I remember even like Shredbots.
Yep.
Shredbots was going hard at that era.
Yep.
But yeah, now it's definitely different.
I feel like it's almost something missing, like locking in and making a park edit for like a week and then just cooking something special.
Dude, it feels good. Yeah. Honestly, compared to making any other kind of edits, like so easy. Like, you just take the chairlift. You need half a day at a sick park, and if you're on like what is it, 7 laps, and you got like so much footage, like
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. It's kind of been going through a bit of a hiatus, you know, like now that Superpark's gone, like that like was really like kind of the staple park edit. That's the only park edit you needed to see every year. And now that that's kind of faded, like everyone's just in the backcountry or out in the streets doing their thing. Like there's not a lot of time pros are spending at Main Park in Mammoth just to like film it, you know, like
Totally. And like you guys during the time of the Mayhem edits, it's like peak confidence, kind of like contest chuckers, like getting busy in front of the camera. Because I feel like at that time you were probably riding so much park, your confidence just had to be crazy on park jumps.
dude, yeah, like you don't realize it till you stop riding park. Like coming back into it now, I'm like, you know, I don't hit jumps that often, or like hard pack big jumps. You go hit some of those after you've taken even a few months off. Like, dude, my back is killing me. Like every part of my body is toast, you know, like, but yeah, like even like wrapping back to that Rockstar Open contest, you know, it's like I've been kind of out of the park scene for a bit. And then you see all these kids who are like in it and they're like on their way to the Olympics this year. And then you give them a course like the Rockstar Open, you see how comfortable they are on it. It's like, these guys don't care. Like they'll do anything you want them to do. Like,
dude, you had a heater running that though. I will say, it's a fucking terrible job to be a judge. It's really hard, but you should have been in finals without a doubt.
Well, thank you.
Like the I don't know if you call that a Mickey on the hip. What are we calling that?
I think I'm going KD roll.
KD roll.
And roll.
That was savage.
Yeah.
Was that scary?
No, not at all. Really? See, like one man's trash is another man's treasure. You know?
Crazy.
Like that's
You're going
just
full speed at the hip to do a KD roll. And it's ice. It's as icy as they come. And
Moguls.
it's literally like a freaking brick of ice.
Yeah.
That I'm scared to go 5 feet on. And you're telling me you're not scared at all.
Dude, not scared of that one. I don't know. It's just
I
crazy.
think though it's chiller in the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because where I was going, it was fucked, dude. It was this icy moguls.
Yeah.
But it's like if you commit, I think they were grooming that landing, the back landing.
Yeah.
It's a little smoother, but it was still fucking ice.
I just don't understand how you don't speed check going to those things.
Dude, that trick's nice for like hips because you can kind of still take a really straight line. Like that's when it gets scary on hips, you know, if you got to turn into your trick or whatever and get on edge and then you're like risking going way too flatter to the deck. Like that one, I can just point it straight up and then at the end, basically just like give it a little tuck.
Just give it a little tuck.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
Little tuck.
Just tuck and keep
Silk,
looking.
Silk, you take note
Little
of that?
tuck.
Yeah, let me write
Kids get it, a little tuck.
All right, we're going to see Silk
I'm gonna
serve
throw
one of
some
those
of
up
those
at
down
Woodward this
ASAP.
week for sure.
I think Woodward actually has a hip.
They do.
Catch me out there. Throwing a little tuck.
Silk, I'm free tomorrow.
That's going to be great footage. If you're looking to improve your snowboarding, maybe dial in those fundies, heck, even just having a good time with the boys, Woodward Park City is going to be hands down your best bet to make all that happen and more this season because Woodward Park City is a state-of-the-art action sports hub. It's only 20 minutes from Salt Lake City. I mean, that's just blink of an eye and you're on the chairlift. And in a world filled with overcrowded resorts, jam-packed parking lots, long drives to the chair, Woodward Park City is offering you a solution that not many other resorts are even able to fathom. And new this year, the Winter Mountain Park Season Pass. For only $499, you can ride all season at one of the Wasatch's best terrain parks. You can get the most fun and legitimately the best value out of your winter. You can maximize your time, easy in, easy out. It's right across from the freeway. Tiny walk and you're on the chairlift in seconds. If you want it all, you can get indoor access, outdoor access, special access to all the events, exclusive discounts. You're going to need the all access membership. You'll be treated like a king royalty over at Woodward Park City. And if you want some more information, head on over to woodwardparkcity.com.
All right, folks, it's time to talk Joey's footbeds. Now, if you're like me, you're in your boots all day long. Sometimes the dogs start barking. Well, a simple solution to that is some comfortable custom footbeds. Now, world-renowned boot fitter Joey Stanko makes some of the best footbeds in the business. They are pro-level comfort and performance without the pro-level price. So head on over to joeysfootbeds.com. They're doing free shipping on all orders. And I can't emphasize this enough. Joey Stanko is a freaking legend. He loves the culture of snowboarding, rider-owned brand. So check out joeysfootbeds.com. Get you some custom footbeds.
All right, let me tell you what I'm excited about, people. These Bubs Naturals Hydrate or Die hydration packs. We are hammering these things at the office all day long. I'm drinking these on the daily, staying hydrated, whether I'm just at work or I'm out getting after it on my snowboard. And one thing people should know is that 75% of Americans are dehydrated. You're talking about losing strength, focus, endurance. You can have some brain fog. So let's hear the science. Your body needs electrolytes. We're talking sodium, potassium, magnesium to actually pull water into your cells. That's where Bubs Hydrate or Die comes in. It's based on oral rehydration solution science, a blend of sodium and glucose that pushes hydration directly into your bloodstream fast. We're talking 2 to 3 times faster than water alone. That's not hype, that's actual data. So whether you're flying, you're climbing, you're drinking, you're working, or you're just up at altitude, you're losing more than you think when it comes to water. Hydrate or Die brings it back. We're talking 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes per pack, cane sugar only, no sketchy sweeteners, and it's NSF certified for sport. It's clean, tested, and made in the USA. And let me tell you something, this new formulation tastes really, really good. So, hydration's not optional. It's the cheat code to keep going. Hydrate smart, hydrate clean, hydrate or die. Head on over to bubsnaturals.com, grab a box. Your muscles, your brain, and your send will thank you. It's bomb hole approved. Let's do this.
All right, so out of all the let's just say, because I feel like that's like the formative contest years is like when you're winning the Rev and you're hitting the World Cups. And then you had some later contest wins, but like out of all the contest wins you've had, which one's been the most memorable and most meaningful to you? Or podiums? We'll say podiums. Not wins.
I still think just winning the TTR World Champs in China was like, it was nuts. It definitely like has a little bit of an asterisk win because that was the year that Mark McMorris, he broke his femur, so he wasn't there. So like obviously,
win's a win, bro.
A win's a win, but you know, when the best isn't there, you can't really claim it. But I don't know. I just never won that much money, honestly. I was like, I'm good, bro. Like Stale and Max Perot are on the podium as well. Like this is crazy. My little kid in me was like so hyped. Like, yeah, cool. I was definitely super hyped on that one.
Makes sense why you're such an ATV. If you're like, all right, I won. I don't need to get on that Mark McMorris, like continue to win. And then you're like doing quarter pipes, you're riding Alaska, you're riding streets. Like it seems like you stayed true to just riding everything. Like why is it that you kept such an, I feel like it's generally like that a person would win a TTR like that and they'd be like, I'm going all in on slope and US team and that's it. And all I'm going to focus on is this with no distractions. And you just have always kept like an open mind into being an ATV. Why is that?
I don't know. I think like part of it's that I've always wanted, like when I'm done with my snowboarding career, you know, I don't want there to really be any box left unchecked. Like I don't want to just be the contest guy. I don't want to just like, I want to be like, yeah, I've been on a street trip there. I've been to the mountains there. I've ridden a sled. I've done the contest. Like snowboarding for me is a wrap, right? Like I'm good. And then the second reason is I hate doing huge tricks.
Good point.
Yeah. And like there's this weird escalation where the tricks were getting harder and the prize purse was going down.
Yep.
And I felt like it crossed this line at one point and I was like, dude, this doesn't make any more sense. Like there's less contests, less viewers, like the sponsors don't care, the tricks are getting harder and like I don't know. I grew up when snowboarders were rock stars and they were doing 900s and winning Toyotas.
God. It was
and then now it's like
so easy.
I respect what the guys are doing nowadays, but it's quite unrelatable, you know, to see someone go do a 2160 or like as an 8-year-old now, am I going to watch X Games Big Air and be like, oh, I want to do that one day, you know, like, I don't know. But like when I looked back in the day and I saw Haldor Helgeson do even just like, still gnarly for the time, like front 10, back 12 and get perfect score.
Double jerk flip.
Double jerk, then go party like a rock star. You're like, dude, this guy's living the life, bro. Like this is what I want to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just thinking about all the boxes. What about like mountaineering, snowboarding? Like,
dude,
have you ever? No,
that's the
snow
one thing.
Camping, anything in that?
No, I would like to glacier camp.
Okay,
but as soon as you got a mountaineer, like
ropes,
not really a rope guy. I rock climb. I know ropes. Don't need them.
I'm gonna say it's
maybe a pickaxe.
Yeah,
yeah. The pickaxe is nice for the filmer sometimes, but you don't want to be snowboarding with the axe.
I think it's at the end of my snowboard career, like another box that needs to be like, the only box that needs to be unchecked is dying. And mountaineering. Yeah, mountaineering is like a little borderline for me, you know? Like, I don't want to have to be like fighting the mountains that I don't know. I want to go up and have a sick run and make it to the bottom and no avy danger. Like, I mean, it's obviously always going to be some avy danger, but like, I'm not looking to put my life on the line for it at all. Like, snowboarding is like, I love it and it's such a big part of my life, but it's by no means like my entire life. You know, like there's so much more to live for than like, I'm not going to go to the mountains and be like, oh, I'm happy to die here. Like, I don't want to die in the mountains. Like,
you're not trying to hit an Everest. No oxygen.
Yeah, scared of the Himalayas.
Dude, that is nuts that people are doing that. Like, they're on some shit where, like, I don't know. Red Bull's just on some shit. They're like, oh, like, are you good if you die from this project? Like, you might die. Like, yeah, okay, you're good. All right, yeah, we'll fund you. Here you go. Like, Everest, yeah, perfect. Like, everyone's filming, probably shitting themselves. Like, are we gonna watch this dude die right now, or is he gonna nail this? Like, what a shitty job to even be on, right? Like, if you think there's a chance someone's gonna die, like, you gotta film it though. Like, dude, it's putting everything, like, the whole crew is on your back, and it's like, it's a different vibe, you know? I'm here for a good time.
I love that. So you wrapped with the TTR World Championship. You got the win. And then at what point, where does beta come into the equation?
Dude, I think beta was the next year.
It was right after. Right
so I like won that contest, had some cash, and kind of like didn't know what I wanted to do with like basically my snowboarding as a whole. And I just knew like I was kind of, my heart wasn't in it on the Olympic thing. Like, and I wasn't going to just keep doing it half-heartedly. And then I pulled out, told the US team, like, I'm quitting. I'm just going to go film something. I don't know what. But then Pat Bridges ended up hitting me up, and we talked, and that's when they did Snowboarder Mag's beta, which is basically a bunch of B-roll kids.
So how was the transition? You're coming out of the contest world, showing up, park jumps, chucking, and then you're like right into filming backcountry and streets. And all that.
I mean, it was pretty smooth transition. I mean, honestly, like even that year I won the TTR thing, like I remember trying to film clips like the whole time. Like I'm doing contests, and then on the after practice, before practice, the day off, like we're out in the streets hustling. Like it's kind of just this natural progression, and it really didn't feel like much switching over, other than like I got to choose what I want to do now, rather than someone tell me where to go and you got to be at practice, you got to do this, do this. It's like I ended up linking up with Mia Lamson for a lot of the season.
Sick.
Just like beating around the bush, just hanging out, like filming whatever we could.
So she would follow you guys on the contest grind, and then you get clips on the side?
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
We had a couple of sketchy clips like in Aspen at the Olympic qualifiers, you know, like everyone's practicing, and then we go practice, and then we go film clips. It's like my heart was already like half in the Olympics and half out of it. And it's like, you're not going to find yourself in the Olympics half-heartedly, you know? It's like one of those things, like there's enough people that want it. You got to be fully in it.
Yeah, the level's crazy now. Back in the day, it was like people were doing both. You kind of have to be a specialized.
Dude, well, that's like shout out Valentino, dude. That dude is a kind of a nutcase right now. Like I kind of thought the day was over where you could compete at everything. Like the dude's literally in big air finals at the Olympics, also doing slope, and also does like the largest half pipe air in the world. Like it's kind of insane.
You got some bets in, Chris?
We're going to go to Vegas and gamble on it. So by the time
Bovada.lv.
What is that?
We got some bets out right now. Brandon's got a $14,000 payout possible.
What is
Dude,
it?
I got a
Because this is going to come out after the Olympics.
So we're good to go.
So you can kind of bench freely. Because who knows? This may be in fruition. You may be $14,000 richer. What are you betting?
Yeah. If you guys see that Hiroto won Big Air and Mia Lamson, or no, not Mia Lamson.
Mia Brooks?
If Mia Brooks wins Big Air.
And a Yumu wins half pipe.
Yeah. No, I got, if Hiroto.
Oh, so it's a parlay.
I got a parlay.
It's a three-part.
Yeah.
I got
I got a bunch of parlays.
You got a Yumu in first and pipe?
Dude, which is a little bit risky because they got Scotty James right now, who's kind of been on absolute tear.
Yes.
I honestly think Scotty's going to win. But they had him at negative 275 odds, and they had a Yumu at plus 1,100. So I'm going to take the dog. Like, I know he's got the heart in him. Like, he slammed a couple weeks ago. He's probably hurting, but like the Japanese dudes show no pity, dude. Like, he's going out there, and after watching the documentary, he's not going out there to get second.
No.
Like
He's going to
I
win.
saw the documentary and I was like, I got $50. I'm putting it right on
Yeah.
it.
So 50 to win 14 grand?
14 grand.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
And my
So what
account
are you
got banned
buying?
this morning because apparently I'm too good of a bettor. Because Sage and I, last Olympics, woke up in Norway and we both placed bets on Ming to win. And I'm pretty sure Sage won 6 grand in Ethereum and then I won 4 grand.
So you got to bet in crypto?
No, you bet with money or normal money, but for some reason Sage could only take it out in Ethereum and I got mine in cash and it was so crazy. It was like
locked up in the ether.
Dude, yeah, I think Sage is
Never
probably
got
not doing too good today, but I remember
50.
it was just for one win of like $4,300, and they sent me 2 checks, one for $3,000 and one for $1,320. One was from a Cayman's account and one was from Europe. So it's like I don't know what this betting company is got going on, but
Dude, but they had nuts odds.
yeah, nuts odds.
So what are you buying with 14K? First thing.
Yeah, after you win this bet for sure.
First
Probably
thing.
gonna. Fuck, I don't know what it is. It's probably going straight to my chick.
Right to your credit card after that wheel bearing blowout from Gimbal.
Yeah. Half it's gonna pay off the wheel bearing, half it's gonna take my chick to Hawaii.
Nice. Nice. That's perfect.
It's a terrible answer. It's all going to the Tordrillos.
Dude, is Gimbal not like addicted to Alaska? Like what's going on?
Dude,
I feel like
like,
this
I
guy's
just bought a plot of land
He's got
yesterday
a
in
problem.
Alaska.
You think heroin is expensive? Yeah. You ever tried Jet A?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are soft. They can't keep up.
Yeah. Just if you want to just nuke a travel budget, just set your eyes on Alaska.
I think it's
3
$1
days in
million in 4
Alaska.
years.
Yep. You could film 15 street rail videos with one trip to AK.
And not score.
But you can't. But you also can't listen to mushrooms. Listen to the dark side of the moon on mushrooms during a total lunar eclipse.
Rewind.
Okay. All right. That's a good. That is actually a really valid point. I didn't consider that, Gimbal.
Dude, dark side of the moon on shrooms in the Tordrillos during a lunar eclipse. Like, I could die happy.
Worth a 6-figure travel budget.
Oh,
7.
yeah.
Thank you, Hodges.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull a rogue move right now, and I'm gonna hit name that video part. So saddle up. Here we go. This is the intro, not the song. Are you nervous?
I'm feeling oddly confident.
That's weird. I heard you're terrible at this from Gimbal.
Dude, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. There's 0 chance at this.
All right, so we got some good stuff. If you get it right, you get a turtle box like this, I believe. in
Highly
there.
coveted.
I didn't pack the box, but I
No,
think there's
I
a
didn't
bunch of
pack
good
it either,
stuff.
yeah. That's in
and
there
there's
now.
a Herschel bag, I believe, or maybe Yeti. I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
nice bag. There's some bomb hole merch in there. If you don't get it, you won't win anything.
Yeah, nothing. Walk
So
away empty-handed.
confidence 0 through 10 sounds like it's through the roof. 11,
We'll go 10.
10. All right,
Solid
Nice.
10.
here we
That's
go.
great.
Good luck.
That's from. Dude, don't do this to me. No, dude.
Come on, it's in there. It's in there.
You know what it is?
Is it from Beta? No.
Maybe you got to figure that out on your own.
Is that my song or is that someone else's song? I was like, is that? I thought it was someone else's song for sure, but I was like, you're gonna pull a quick one on me.
So did he get it right, Silk?
Yeah,
he kind of did.
just say it again as a statement with a period at the end.
Yeah.
That's my part, video part from Beta.
That's correct.
He got
God
it.
damn it!
He
I
got
You
it.
guys threw me. I love you.
I was really hoping. One of my favorite things in this world is when someone doesn't get their own video part.
It's an elite club.
I think Sean White's on that list.
Yeah, Jamie
Anderson's on that list.
Yeah.
You were about to be on an elite list.
Damn.
Unfortunately, you got it.
The only time I
kinda blew
actually
it.
wanted to get it wrong.
All right, you got your prize pack to your right. Congratulations. Part 2, name that video parts for the listeners. If you know the song, comment on the photo of B. Davis on Instagram. That's where we pick our winner. We need rider and video. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. pretty aggressive.
Pretty aggressive.
Thank you guys for playing. Name that video part. I was really hoping you didn't get that. You seemed like you didn't know it at first.
No, I heard it and I was like, oh no, I know this song, but I don't know from where. and then it started coming in.
Okay, people, I'm here to talk to you about Kodiak cakes and their frozen waffles. I'm a big fan, and I'm going to tell you why. 1, they're fast. They're extremely efficient when you're trying to feed a screaming child or even a hangry adult like myself. 2, they're delicious. They got all kinds of flavors. I personally love the buttermilk and vanilla. 3, everybody's making New Year's resolutions. You want to stay on track with that resolution? Well, these babies are packed full of protein. We're talking 12 to 14 grams per serving. Great source of fiber, whole grains. You just heat it and eat it. Also, another thing we love about Kodiak is they are a proud supporter of the Bomb Hole and also a proud partner of the U.S. ski and snowboard team. So next time you're at the store, check out Kodiak Cake's frozen breakfast items. They're the ones with the bear on the box.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break with some hot takes presented by Mammoth Mountain.
You know what, Silk? I love that.
Okay, first question, favorite park?
I'm going main park, high-speed quad, hot laps. You're lapping all day, getting reps up. Main park, final answer.
Okay, I like that. Next question, favorite feature?
Favorite feature is just going to be the jumps. Small, medium, and large. They're all perfectly built. Can't go wrong with the Mammoth jump.
Most iconic feature?
That's got to be the deck rail. That thing's been in rotation for over 2 decades. Shane Flood did a switch hot garbage on it back in the day. A little fun fact.
Okay, favorite session?
Favorite session, I got to witness some Superpark sessions, but the one that sticks out to me that's really iconic is the Danny Cass eyeball jump session.
Wow. Favorite shot from a video?
I'm going Danny Cass switchback rodeo eyeball jump bone dage.
That's a good one. Last question, favorite thing about Mammoth Mountain?
Just good people over there. Good people, great parks, high-speed quads. I love it in the spring personally. Slushy park laps. You can't beat it over at Mammoth Mountain, Silk.
Yeah, if you're looking for a good time, check out Mammoth Mountain.
We'll see you there.
Hello? Oh, it's actually for you, the listeners. I'd like to introduce you to the everyday hydration solution. And of course, we're talking about Yeti's latest product, the Rambler Travel Straw Mug. Boy, is this thing pretty and practical. It's got a straw, quick flip, 100% leak proof when it's closed, okay? It's going to be great for sipping on the road again, in the gym, in the wild, or any possible scenarios in between. It's got great lid positioning, an incredible handle, good for righties and lefties. Now you're probably wondering, are there any key features I need to know about? Yes, absolutely. Like I said, 100% leak proof when the straw is closed, quick flip, so it's ready to drink at any moment. It's cup holder compatible. It's got an easy grip handle, very intuitive, okay? It's double wall vacuum insulated to keep your cold drinks cold, even on the hottest of days. It's rust and puncture resistant because guess what? Made with kitchen grade stainless steel. And last but not least, dishwasher safe. So if anybody out there is drinking any beverages this year, I highly recommend you get your hands on the Yeti Rambler Travel Straw Mug, which you can find over at yeti.com.
All right, let's fire up some questions. We got a question. This first one is from Ryan Finder, and it's presented by Hippies. We love Hippies here at the Bomb Hole. They're a delicious chickpea snack. We are just deleting bags, right?
Absolutely deleting them, yeah. About a bag a day.
Yeah. Dixon especially. You got to watch out.
Yeah, he's running a couple bags a day.
Don't keep Hippies around Dixon. He's a problem. All right, so this is from Ryan Finder. Here we go. That's name that video part intro. Wrong button. That's the wrong button.
Yeah, definitely leaving that in.
We're going to go ahead and try this again, and this is from Ryan Finder.
All right, so my question is a two-parter. Coming from Big Bear and then going through the snowboarding academy to train to do competitions, I'm sure the idea of being a pro snowboarder looked way different back then, if you even looked at it like that. But looking back now, what's been your favorite part of being a professional snowboarder that you never saw coming? And secondly, I've got to film you hit some pretty gnarly stuff over the last 6 years, and I was wondering which spot or feature had you the most scared standing on the drop-in. All right, thanks, guys.
Well, a couple good questions there. First one's really good, too.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah. I'm trying to put it in my head. Wait.
Like, it was kind of like...
what's unexpected good part of being a pro snowboarder?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, it's honestly like just being in control of my time, right? Like I see so many people working throughout the world. Like everyone's got to work some way or another, right? Like, and most people got to sacrifice so much time to their job, and like it's 5 days a week, every week, forever. And then like in winter, like I'm super busy and I'm proactive and like trying to stay as busy as I can, and like sometimes even get a little bit too busy. You know, I'm just like, dude, like I want to go home and just chill out for a week, but like winter's so short, you kind of got to capitalize. But then like having the time in the summer, or like if I want to take a break, I can take a break. Like if I get injured, like I can go home for a weekend and chill. Like just, yeah, pretty much being in control of your time is like such a blessing.
Great answer. It's a very great answer. Part 2 was, what's the most scared you ever been?
Most scared I've ever been? Dude, that is a tough one. I've been scared a lot. Like, I feel like that's like what pro snowboarding is. It's like scaring yourself just a little bit more every single time. And I feel like probably one of those Superpark jumps has got to be one of the most nerve-wracking. Like, those things are just mind-blowing. I remember actually, that's kind of a question for later, because in the hot takes, you say, like, what is your, like, the scariest, gnarliest trick you've ever seen? It's like, I remember there's this one huge hip that they built at Mammoth for Superpark one year. It had like a 35-foot tall lip, mandatory like 30-foot gap. For me, it was a frontside hip, and I was like, I want nothing to do with that. And I remember Yuki Kadono, I think he got a cover that year doing a method over it. And that was like one of the most nuts things I remember seeing.
Is that the same hip somebody flew off the side of too? And got fucked?
Dude, no, I think it is.
This was the bottom hip. He got the cover on the top hip.
I remember seeing somebody fly off the side of that
hip,
thing.
dude. I think, that was fucking...
I think they were okay, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Relatively. They didn't.
Dude, yeah, they went off
die.
the backside into oblivion.
Like went to go back 5 or something and G'd out and went left. It's crazy.
It's a don't go left situation. They went left.
Yeah, don't go left.
Standing at the top of a huge jump and Pat Bridges is looking at you like, do you got what it takes? Are you going to nail this? Like, are you going to go? Who are you? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, can I hit the jump? Like, that's nerve wracking. Like, you finally like want to put yourself in the session at Superpark back in the day, and then you got to go by Bridges, chain smoking cigs, staring you up and down. Like, I don't know if I'm going to let you hit this jump. And you're like, you're not going to let me? Like, dude, I already feel like I'm not good enough to hit it. Like,
what about the launch? We didn't talk about that. I feel like you came up through the launch, right?
Dude, yeah, I did a few of the launches at the tail end. I think Spenny's got a couple more launches under his belt than I do, but...
Did you put on for your city out there?
Dude.
Or were you kind of just shook?
I don't really remember. Honestly, I don't remember. Like, I've been to too many damn snowboarding events throughout the years. Like, I have no idea
Just
what I did at the launch.
It used to be crazy because they would do launch and then Miss Superpark and then Superpark. So like, depending on where they were, like I remember one year Miss Superpark and the launch were in Mammoth, and then Superpark was at Mount Hood. But like, we got to ride all of them. But that's like where you're going back to like the park routing. Like, you ride launch, Miss Superpark and Superpark, like you're riding good.
Yeah. Did you get tapped to do the sunset shoots or any of the sunrises when they're like, we're waking up 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Be there.
Yeah,
It's like brick sheet of ice.
Brick sheet of ice. It's 4 a.m. You're like, oh, I can't wait to hit this quarter pipe. It's sheer ice. And Pat Bridges is like, go bigger. Like, you're like, yeah, thank you for inviting me, dude. No, yeah, I got to do a bunch of those. Not a bunch, but I did quite a few of those sunrise, sun shoot. And that was like... Fuck, looking back on it, I miss Superpark, right? Like, that was such an insane time.
Don't you feel like we still need it? Like, it needs to come back?
100%. And when it does come back, it's going to be all time. I know it's it's going to come full circle at some point.
Straight up.
Let's get Big Sky Capital in there.
Yeah, is that the place to do it, Gimby?
I mean, I think that's our money, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it also did a big service to the snowboard community in like bridging the gap between people filming and contest dogs. Where I remember just being up there and I was almost like on this street tip of like fucking contest kids. I was on my narrow-minded bullshit. And then I'd see the contest dogs in person and I'd be like, holy shit. Have you ever seen that guy do a back five? I've only see him do like 1260s and up.
Dude, yeah. But that's like, it's like when you see snowboarding in real life, like in person, you see someone like absolutely killing it, it's different. Like, that's why like I feel like competitive snowboarding can make a comeback, but like we need to figure out a way to get people to the event, right? Because like once you're there in person, that's the only time you can like actually appreciate how gnarly it is. It's like you're not seeing it behind the screen. Like we're all so desensitized on Instagram. Like I've seen a million dudes catch 100-foot waves at Nazare. Like it doesn't do anything, but you show up at Nazare in person and I'm sure you're like, you have a whole nother respect for it, you know? And I don't know what that rant was, but like it would be sick.
It's valid.
It'd be sick to get more people into snowboarding. Like when I kind of quit snowboarding, like competitively, is because like it was all kind of going downhill and the tricks were getting harder. And it's like, I still want there to be a place for that in snowboarding. And like, I think like there could be a tour or like, you know, something more proper like the WSL, but it's so hard to like get people there to get them psyched on it.
Totally. It's so expensive to put on a snowboard event and it just doesn't get the eyeballs. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's a hard problem to solve, really.
Yeah, and the announcers don't know what tricks they're doing. So
yeah. I was watching a vlog the other day and it was like Marcus Cleveland and he didn't even know what trick he was doing. Dude, I'm serious, dude. He did a front blunt, like, I don't know if it was a huge spin out of a front blunt, like 900 off basically. And he's like, what was that? And they're like, I don't know. Like when the guy doing the trick can't figure out what they're doing, it's like
when you're waiting for the slow-mo to be like 360, 540, 720. Okay, that's only like a quarter of the way through. Like
I thought Todd did pretty good calling big air.
Todd is killing it. Todd is killing it.
He did, because I was watching, I'm like, no clue what that was.
No, I'm there for the Richards commentary.
Yeah,
it's great.
Him and Craig. Craig kills it.
Yeah, Craig's good. And he also said meat helicopter on air.
He was so good. So good. I heard that.
I Venmo'd him. I said, I'll Venmo you $20 if you say meat helicopter during the Olympics right now. He goes, done. I'm watching the broadcast. 2 seconds later, he literally drops meat helicopter in the middle of the broadcast. So fired.
That is so fired.
Luckily, this comes out after the Olympics, so Todd will still have a job. Okay.
Hopefully, I'll be rich by then.
Yeah. 14 grand at least 14 grand.
As long as Hiroto lands, dude, I'm good.
Yeah. Dude, Ming's a problem in Big Air.
He is, dude. I got a side bet on Ming. I got a side bet on. I got parlays all over the place.
Yeah, we got our ground covered.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you film everybody, or no? So you did beta. That was the first one. How'd you feel when the video came out? Were you happy with your part?
Nah, I don't know. I'm like never really that psyched when my part comes out. I feel like, you know, you always look at it and like you're so like hypocritical of yourself, you know? I don't know. I don't think I would be particularly super hyped on it, but
what about, all right, I'm just going to jump ahead to all this shit, but like of all the stuff you filmed, what's your favorite part that's came out?
Dude, I think my favorite video that we've came out with is like the Salt Lake over Yonder street part. Like we filmed it in like a week and a half or 2 weeks and it was like kind of just scrapping for it. But the way Finder put it together, did such a good job. And then like, I don't know, Jed Sky and Kyle Mack were in it and they both put it up and the end product was actually like something I was super psyched on.
Dude, I think Over Yonder is one of like the most underappreciated. You guys cooked on those. Like they were so good. I think it was a great, all of them were great, but the Salt Lake one was incredible.
Yeah, thank you. We grinded for those things. Like, I mean, I think me and Finder did that for 2 years and pretty much like 6 months a year. Like we were just gone getting it like.
And turning them out.
Turning and burning. Like it's super hard. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for me. It's even more work for Finder. You know, it's like you're out there filming all day, every day. And then you got to go back and organize the footage and start. Pretty much you film a whole video and then you turn it around and then you have no video, like you have no clips anymore.
Right back to zero.
Yeah. Yeah, fully. It was a lot of hard work, and like I did it for a couple years, and I was kind of thinking like I was gonna keep doing something like that, but like honestly, it was so much work, and for like what we got back out of it, it's not like everything changed for me after doing that. You know, it's like a couple people saw it, some people were hyped, but it's like I was running myself into the ground for that, and so I was like, yeah, let's pull back a little bit. We'll find something new.
I went back and watched them. They're so fucking good. It was awesome. That's like the shit you were on, Gimby, too. When you were Stale, I feel like it was like that same psycho grind.
Yeah, still kind of on it. 3 weeks. I should have had a video out 3 weeks ago, but it's fucking hard. I think like a lot of people don't realize, in like mad respect, like the Man Boys are doing like a lot of like clip highs in real time and filming movies, but you know, it's like there's whole systems in play. Like Mark's like BTS on YouTube, you know, like Sparky ain't putting that together, you know, after he's done riding. Like neither is Adam. Like there's a whole system there, and it's like it's pretty gnarly. Even I know a couple of the surfers who do it on like the tour, and they put out videos all the time, and it's a grind for like what is kind of the standard nowadays, you know, because it's like you could just put out 5 videos a year on YouTube. No one's going to give a fuck. They're all going to get 5,000 views. But like, you know, like even you guys, you got bomb hole clips, you got bomb hole, you got fast chats, bomb proof. Like you got to kind of flood the system to get the general public like into what you're doing. And I think, you know, like right now it's just like Brandon and I, and it's, if you don't have the third or fourth person to like really be like tuning shit up, it's like, it's mad respect to anyone who is doing real-time videos in the winter, you know, or movies. You know, it's always a headache when you get to July and you're like, fuck, all right, I gotta look through everything.
Totally.
Like, you know,
100%. And I also forgot, I got back in the streets. I just went on a trip to Pittsburgh. I haven't been in the streets in 4 years, and whew, we're rusty. But the thing I forgot about, like you watch something like Over Yonder, and I'm out there and I was like, oh, switch front board this kink. That's light work for me. I'm just like bouncing off the ground, like just eating shit. And then I watch these clips, and you like see things, and you're like, oh, that would be. It's like everything's kind of a fucking. Every clip, is a fucking grind,
dude. Fully. Yeah. And then you get the clip, and you're like, that's what I grinded for. Like that. Yeah. That's like. It's like surfing. Every time I see a video of me surfing, I'm like, oh, that wave was so sick. And you look at the wave, and you're like, dude, that thing was tiny, bro. Yeah. Like you to be hitting stuff that looks big on film, you got to be hitting some shit that's like. It's always borderline, right? Like even just in Japan, I was hanging out with Raibu and like found this crazy tree thing, right? Like we're driving around I'm looking for trees the whole time in Japan, because like that's like the classic hit a pillow on a tree, like find a rainbow tree, something like that. We found this massive tree on the side of the highway. I'm like, yo, Raibu, let's hike up there and see if this thing works. And I got up there and I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't work. Like the pillow's up here, and you kind of like, I thought it was a ride on, but it's actually just like this huge gap to the pillow. Like, and then you're going to go like 60 feet out of it, like way too big. And I'm like, dude, let's scrap it. Move on to the next one. Raibu's like, no, I think we're good. I think it's good. I'm like, you think this is going to work? Like, there's no chance, you know? Like, I'm like, but Raibu, like, if you want me to build it for you, I'll build it. Like, I'm happy to hang out and like see you send off this thing. And I don't know. It's like times like that where I'm like, I don't even think it's possible. And like one of the best dudes in the world I'm with is like, he's like kind of thinking it's possible. And like, that's the shit that ends up being kind of sick, but it has to be so gnarly in person that like, it's, you know, that's what it is being pro snowboarder. You're just always scaring the shit out of yourself. It's like, just how can I push it a little bit further and not push it too far to where you actually get hurt. Right. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. After
did he make it?
Dude, he nailed it.
Dude,
bro.
Raibu was out of like, I don't know, there of all the dudes I filmed, like Stale and hit in like our heyday, and then like Judd was on one, Torgear was on one. Like I've never really gotten to see Sage on one, but like Raibu, like dude, he fell like 3 times in 2 weeks.
Raibu's on a good one.
Raibu's on a nuts one, and that's like our next video that I have that was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago. That hopefully will be out by the time this episode's out.
Hell yeah!
But like like pretty nuts, like. We were just running around Japan with iPhones, just filming landscape and like 3 angles, or like 2 angles. Boys were helping out, and it was pretty nuts. He's got like a pretty psycho tree hit, and the back rodeo was pretty nuts. But it's pretty impressive what those what those fucking samurais can do over there.
That's actually so cool that, you know, in the age of like Reds and hyper expensive cameras,
Yeah.
you guys are just filming with phones?
I mean, unless someone's going to pay for the Red, fuck that. It's going to go better on the phone.
Damn.
Dude, it was such a smooth program, actually. Like, it's just me, Raibu, and Spenny. And like, Spenny's kind of always filming on his phone. And then me and Raibu are on second angle. Whoever's not bored and is filming on their phone. And it's crazy. Like, now you can film it in log. And once you put it in the computer and do all the coloring to it, like, it looks no different.
It's a bigger file than my Red camera.
Damn.
On the phone.
Who's a better filmer, Raibu or Davis?
Brandon, no doubt. Love
Raibu's
you,
not,
Raibu,
he doesn't have bars?
We're teaching
Raibu.
Raibu. We're teaching Raibu. I remember Brandon's like, fuck, dude, I found Raibu's clip so dope, and I wish you would have just like done this. We love you, Raibu.
Are you pinching? Are you pinching? Dude, are you zooming or are you just...
Brandon does some zoom.
I do a little bit of zoom,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of a sucker for the classic wide shot, you know?
Are you keeping it wide?
You know, I'm a zoom, or I'm a non-zoom, but I'll tap. Like, you know, you got like ×1 times whatever.
Yeah.
And like on the landing, I'll tap so the phone will do a nice like auto
I didn't even
push.
know that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
I mean, it's just like, I feel like with the zoom sometimes you can fuck up and like it won't focus.
Yeah.
And like when it's snowing and stuff, it can be a little tricky. But the tap, like it'll just, for whatever reason on the phone, go like full proper auto. But I don't know. I swear in like 5 years, if everyone isn't filming on their phones for video parts, I'll be interested. Because like if
What
you're gonna
about
like,
fisheye?
you go fisheye.
Dude, you can get kind of a sick fisheye.
And you can get like, if you wanted to go like depth lens fisheye, I think for like $20 you can get like a depth lens for your iPhone.
That's a good point.
Like for the street dogs, like I know like one of my buddies who's a skater, he was like all like psyched. He like ordered this depth lens to my house, and it's like, dude, like I mean it's fucking proper, like you know, like the old Century that like we all used to film on. But I don't know, it's a weird space. Like I feel like for me it's like I got like the phone Red set up for your normal shit, and then it's like the GoPro works so well for like the moving stuff or like the POV. But it's all changing, man.
Yeah, damn, dude. Out here filming with Panasonics and still keeping things OG.
No,
I do
they're
love
good.
the classic servo zoom though. There's something about that servo zoom that just looks different. Like you can't scrub your phone with the servo zoom. That's it. I'll be trying to do it, film an iPhone, and I'm like looking like trying to be fucking Bill Stroback, just punching it on the face. And I'm just chopping their head off. But on the
Skinny's got the servo zoom on his like Canon on the Red, and like I feel like in Sauce Bay this year, where you know you see so much of the same thing over and over, I feel like Skinny was doing super good on the servo zoom.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so going back, then you went year 2. Everybody. How was that experience?
Dude, I don't remember anything.
I remember you did a double McTwist on that one, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
that was kind of lit, dude.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
No, that
I
quarter
thought that
pipe
was pretty lit. It was flat landing.
Dude, that quarter pipe spot is insane. I've been meaning to go back there.
It's Tahoe or something. Where the hell is
Sonora
it?
Pass.
Sonora, yeah.
It's like that would actually be the sickest spot for like a backcountry quarter pipe event. It's literally just like you get on a road, snowmobile straight to it. It's 30 feet off the side of the road. It's like this natural amphitheater, like huge drop in on the right, and then it goes into this like 30-foot wind lip on the left. And when I rolled up to it, I was like, dude, this thing is like looks like Arctic Challenge back in the day. It just needs to be shaped. Like, and the backdrop to it was so sick. That's a spot I've been really wanting to go back to. And
triple Mick, or what are we thinking?
Triple Mick.
Triple KD. It's a KD roll.
Yeah, I was trying back 10 on that, like kind of like a standard jump back 10. I guess it'd be like back 12 in the pipe, and I couldn't land it, so I kind of just ended up forfeiting that one and going for the double KD roll, which ended up being fine. But
it was great.
Yeah, no.
Thing looks flat though. The landing.
Was a little flat. You could work on it.
He's telling me it's the greatest hips and sliced spread. I watched the clip. I'm like, that thing looks flat as hell.
Well, there's no work we did on the landing. All the work went in the lip, and then I just went and bomb holed like fucking 20 times, and the thing got worse and worse. It was like I needed to land something. Get the hell out of here.
Hit him with the double KD roll. Well, let's fire up a couple Patreon questions. What do we got, Silk?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hit this question from Cake Pound Crew. Always asking questions. Okay, gun to your head. You got to rob a bank, and you need to choose a homie to do it with. Who you picking?
Wow. Dude, I did not see that one coming. That one wasn't on the bingo card. I could say Spenny, but I don't think Spenny, dude.
You don't think he's got it?
Why do I think Kyle Mack is right
Dude,
next to
Kyle Mack would be pretty sick, actually.
I'd put Kyle
He's got
on
the
it.
masks.
Yeah.
Like, he's got all the ski masks.
Kyle would put his heart into it. I would get shook.
Yeah, Kyle might be able to go silent with me, too.
You need
I
someone
don't know.
who's going to put their heart into it.
Yeah.
If you're going to pull it off.
And someone who can zip their lips. You know?
Yeah.
What about that BJ Emery?
Yeah. Brandon, walk us through the move from Big Bear to Mammoth and how you helped your dad find a job there.
Dude, yeah. Kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, like, I was just begging my dad for like years, right? I was like, dude, like, I gotta move to Mammoth. Like, if you get me to Mammoth, I'll promise. I don't know what I was saying as a kid. You know, I'll give it my all. Do like probably everything. Like, dad doesn't want to hear. He's like, damn it, dude, I gotta move to Mammoth with this kid. Like, but yeah, like basically, like he needed some change. I needed some. I don't know. I just wanted the change basically, and yeah, like moving from Big Bear to Mammoth, like. What an opportunity to have as a kid, you know, like coming up in Big Bear, there wasn't that many jumps. Not a whole, like Mammoth was always like a bigger international scene. Like it was all the pros rolling through there. They had like middle jump at the times, like this 80-foot step down. And I knew like basically if I could make it there, like I got to just grind it out. And like as a kid, it was funny. I always had this thought, like, I don't know when it started, but probably when I was like 10, 12 years old, I had this thought like, where am I going to be when I'm 21? Because like, if I could open my eyes right now and be 21 years old, like I'll know if all this was worth it. Like, am I going to be in college? Like, or am I going to be like on tour at X Games, you know, like, so it was always just like this thought of like, okay, I got till I'm 21, like just make it happen so that when you open your eyes and you're 21, like you're on it. And like I turned 21 and I was in Australia, like in Gimbal with the US team, like, I don't know. And I just remember when that moment happened, I was like, dude, I think like I actually made it. Like we're good.
Kind of manifested that.
Kind of manifested. But that's like how life is, right? Like you got to just believe it.
100%. The question, he says, it helped your dad find a job. And did you help him find a job in Bishop or no?
I was looking for jobs for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe that's when my dad realized I was serious. It was when I was showing him job opportunities that he had. Like, Dad, wait, did you skip over this one? Because this is a pretty good one in Bishop. And then he actually ended up getting the job. And like, I mean, I owe that guy so much. Like, we didn't come from a ton of money. It's not like they fluffed me up into this industry, which like so many people are kind of getting fluffed up into nowadays. But he sacrificed a lot for me, and like, you know, just moving away from like, say, his other two kids and his ex-wife, like he got to split the herd up a bit, and he got me up there. And like, I remember we didn't have like the money to be, because like the Mammoth team, whatever, it costs like $5,000 a year or something. Like we didn't have $5,000 to go in on a whole season. So we basically cut a deal with Ben Weisner from Mammoth. Major shout out, like give him an air horn.
Yep, got to get there. Give me 1 sec. Keep going though. I'll give him a late air horn.
Yeah, like Ben Weisner, I don't know what conversation he had with my dad, but he basically gave us like half off at least to get into this coaching deal, to get on like the Mammoth elite team or whatever. And so yeah, like ended up sneaking into this school, which is like half online school kind of thing. Like I'd still go to high school every day, but I'd be in like one classroom rather than changing periods in class with everyone. I'd just work on my computer. And then most days I'd be able to just go snowboard and like come in the afternoon. And so, yeah, like just moving to Mammoth and then like being given this opportunity I had known I always wanted, you know, like there's this different type of drive that like swelled up inside me. And I was like, okay, like if you're going to doing all this and your dad's going to move and have a job, like get a different job for you, he's going to move towns, like can't blow it, right? Like a little bit of pressure on myself for sure to make it happen. But like, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think there was any real pressure. Like my dad doesn't care.
Yeah, and probably pressure you put on yourself. But the thing about that drive where you're looking for jobs for your dad to like, you know, there's just like a full commitment. I'm going to be a pro snowboarder. Just tenacity. It seemed like you're just one lane, one option, get after it. It's really cool. And I think the one common thread I've seen, like we've interviewed a lot of people, Silk, like a lot of people have sat in that chair. And I do feel like, I always see like people when they talk about their parents and being supportive, I feel like it's such a big part of people becoming a pro snowboarder is like that kind of leap of faith from your dad is, you know, the reason why you've probably been able to make a career, a big part of it, right? Like,
dude, 100%. And like, I kind of had the perfect combo going because my mom didn't like it. So like, I had like the person I had to prove right, which was my dad. And then like my mom from when I was a kid was always like, I'm 12 years old. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna be a pro snowboarder. You're not gonna be a pro snowboarder. Like, get that out of your head. We don't need you to be some big weed smoking, rail hitting hippie. Like, go to college, which is probably what she should have said. Like, if I had a kid now, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be a pro snowboarder. I'm like, yeah. Like, let's focus on what's important and like, we'll see if you got it, you know? But so I don't know. I always had a little bit of both, which is great. Like, and once I moved to Mammoth, you know, it was like half of it was like, I gotta not blow this for my dad, and half of it's like, I gotta prove my mom wrong. Totally. You know, like, which 100%. Is great. Like, it's a great drive to have as a kid, you know. And I always feel for people, like, you never know what you want to be when you grow up, right? And like, that's such a hard thing to figure out, and like, to be lucky enough to like be 7 years old and be like, I'm gonna be a snowboarder. And like, for whatever reason, all my like younger years, I just knew what I wanted to be. And now I get to figure out what I have to be after snowboarding.
Well, I feel like you've always been good though. Like, when we were like 15, like, he had a job at Wave Rave, you know, like, even when you were living out here in Salt Lake, it's like, you got a job at the golf course, goes to San Diego. Within 2 weeks, he's got a job fucking running pools. Like, I feel like you got like super good fundamentals at life, which I wouldn't say that every pro snowboarder has good life fundamentals, you know? Like, there's a lot of pros who have the time to have a job in the summer, but maybe they choose other things or whatever, but you'll do that. So like, in case the travel budget shows up late, you can get yourself by. But I feel like that didn't start in your 20s. That like started when, like, this fucker's been paying for everything on his own since he was 13, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't say the name, but like, you've had like, dude, like, fucking, what were you at Bear Mountain? He was like going to the food courts and eating fucking saltines for lunch every day. Like, like, homie's been through it, you know, and like, it's pretty OG.
But that's what gives you a little bit of like what you need to get through life. You know, like, my parents would just drop me off. I had no cell phone, like, no lunch money, like, going to Bear every day that I could free. Like, my mom's not going to give me $25 for lunch every day. Like, you go up there and you just start bumming around asking people for bus money, and then you scrounge up enough and you go get yourself a burger, or like, I don't know, you're eating saltine crackers and ranch, and just like going to ski patrol asking them if I can use their phone to call my grandma to pick me up. Like, I don't know. It's like, I just always wanted to snowboard as a kid, and like, was going to do whatever I could to make that happen, you know? So it's like, I don't know, you don't need a ton of money to like, you obviously need some money. It's tough because it's an expensive sport, right? And like, nowadays, if you're a kid that's looking to come up and you don't have a parent with a ton of money, it's like, if you have the sheer willpower, you know, if you have the willpower to get through it, and like, I don't know, you can still make it, right? Like, obviously, you still got to live next to a resort. You still got to have a few things that like you have a little bit of luck with, right? But like, what I learned is like, you got to have a little bit of luck and a little bit of hard work to get in the industry. But like, the more hard work you put in, the luckier you're going to be, right? Like, I caught a big break one day because I was up just in Main Park doing once I lived there, I was up there hitting the jumps every day, trying to learn more stuff.
Doing back sevens in front of Spenny.
Doing back sevens, showing them what's good. Like, but no, like, I learned cap 12 one day, and there's some dude standing on the knuckle. And then this dude comes up and he's like, "Hey, bro," he starts talking a bunch of shit. And he's like, "You kind of look a lot like Sage Kotzenberg when you ride. Like, you're really good, but you're kind of sketchy." I was like, who is that? Ended up being Bill Enos, which is like,
no fucking way.
Yeah, he was starting the slopestyle team for the US back in the day. Cause like, when I started slopestyle, there was no Olympic slopestyle. Like, as I got more into slopestyle, like, that got inducted into the Olympics. And then, you know, then there's a national team, and then there's a rookie team for that. And then like, you never know who's going to be the guy on the knuckle. Bill Enos is like, who's this kid? Like, let's get him on the team right now. And then like, that just opened up more doors for me, right? It's like, and yeah, that's like super lucky, but like, the more hard work you're putting in and the more time you're out there showing face, like, the more lucky you're going to get.
I got a question with I know that the other governments subsidize the teams and like pay for all kinds of stuff. I remember, Seve de Buck was saying that he made all kinds of money from the Netherlands. Does the US, if you're on the US national team, do you get money for that?
I didn't get anything. No money. No, we're not getting paid.
Like travel.
We got
or
when I was
lodging
on it,
or what is it?
When I was on it, we got hotels.
Okay,
which was great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll take anything, right? Like, there was no like written way before me, so I was like, you guys can give me hotels. I'm down for hotels. I'm pretty sure nowadays there's a little more funding, and like, I think they get flights and hotels, and I don't know if anyone's actually getting paid, but you don't really make. I was spending money to be on the U.S. team, basically. Yeah. Like, here's your schedule. Buy all your flights to show up. It's only going to cost you like $15,000 a year, but it's like in all this time, you got to buy all these flights, but they'll cover like lift tickets and training camp fees and whatnot. And they have a PT. They have everything there for you. Wax
that's
tech.
pretty sick.
So I don't know. They definitely dial you in, but it's not like other countries.
Yeah, other countries like you get paid.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know about that, Gimby?
Yeah. Like I know Sebe, Sitch, and then I think with the U.S. team, like, I don't know, you'd have to talk to some of the newer kids, but I think you're right where like the hotels, flights are paid. I don't know. There might be like a food stipend, but I'm not totally sure. But I know for the most part, the U.S. is probably like, I'm not saying one of the worst countries to be on the snowboard team, but like they're not necessarily funded the way like some of the European or like the Chinese teams are. I think if you win a gold medal for China, like pretty psyched. But I did see that if you make, I don't know if this is true, we can fucking
allegedly
ask Bon or like one of the boys, but if you made the Olympic team for the US this year, there's like some guy who donated where like at 45 years old, you get like $200,000, like for your like retirement fund.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like some billionaire guy donated $200 million to the U.S. Olympic team for each Olympic athlete for their retirement fund.
Damn.
So like,
nuts.
This is a good year to go.
Damn.
Yeah. But as far as I know, I don't.
Maybe hearsay.
Yeah. Maybe hearsay.
Well,
but
then there is other
maybe
cool
not.
shit. Like Sage is always at the Olympic gym here.
Yeah.
And you have like a free gym membership for life to the Olympic training facility, which is like a world-class gym. There's like some
And
cool
don't you get college at Westminster if you want it?
I think I had this deal where I got college at Westminster, but it was like only for like while I was on the U.S. team, and then maybe like 2 years after I'm on the team.
Oh, okay.
So it ran out, and like when you're on the U.S. team, you're honestly too busy. Like you could do college, yeah, but like you kind of need to focus on one thing or the other. And
yeah,
I've never known what I'm going to do in college, so I just didn't.
You know, speaking like you said earlier, he's in the pocket. I feel like it wouldn't be the worst time to talk about. You know, I remember you learning to surf like mid-April at Del Mar, and then I remember in May we went on a surf trip. Maybe you could talk about where that was and what happened.
My first surf trip. Oh yeah, that feels good, dude. Yeah. Well, basically, I always wanted to learn how to surf. Snowboarder, skateboarder my whole life. I'm like, dude, yeah, surfing's gonna be so sick. Go to start learning to surf, and I'm just obviously absolutely terrible. Can't stand up. Can't get into a wave. Like, can't even get the opportunity to stand up. Put my time in. Like, Spenny was living down at the beach. I remember I was showing up there, like, I don't know, I was there for a while.
Log or shortboard?
Straight to the shortboard.
Wow.
No, you were the first paddle out was a 6-foot INT.
Yeah.
45 minutes, never made it out.
Nice.
That was about the same for the next 3 weeks. And then eventually I stood up and made it. I don't know. I started surfing a bit. And then basically Spenny's like, yeah, like, dude, I got a couple friends. Like, we're going on a surf trip. Like, you want to go to Mexico? I was like, dude, fuck yeah, it's going to be sick. Like, I'm down for Mexico. Sounds epic. And then I started like, I was working at Wave Rave at the time and like telling all my friends, like, oh, I'm going on the surf trip to Mexico. Like, where are you going? I'm like, Puerto Escondido, dude. Like, everyone, this one dude I remember looked at me, his jaw kind of hit the floor. He's like, you're going to Puerto Escondido? I was like, yeah, dude. Like, surf trip with a couple homies. He's like, hell yeah, dude. Like, I was like, what was up with that? I had no idea. And like, little did I know, like the two homies we were going down there with had been training for like months in the pool with like rocks, you know, like doing the like
getting held under.
Yeah, like doing the full big wave thing. And then they show up to Puerto Escondido.
No, remember the first 2 days we were there? We sat on the beach with Corotas, and it was the biggest Porto has ever been in like fucking 10 years.
I got there 2 days after Mark Healy had broke the record for the biggest wave ever paddled into. The entire front street of the beach is washed out. There's all these restaurants and stuff that their glass has been broken through. Like, there's sand in the restaurant. And I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, we just sat on top of this palapa for like basically 2 weeks, just smoking a shit ton of Mexican weed. I couldn't even go surf. Like,
no, but the La Puta session, I remember I came in and I got like a pretty sick wave for the time. I was all psyched on it. I come in, Braden's just face is white, dude. Like, I'm like, what's wrong? You can explain.
Yeah. Okay. So basically the way this place works is like Playa Zicatela, which is Puerto Escondido, like the wave that everyone knows. And it's like swell comes in, it hits Puerto Escondido, and it basically gets 2 or 3 times as big. And like, it could be 10 foot down here, and in Porto is going to be 30 foot. So like in Porto was literally 30 foot, like the whole time I was there almost. So there's this Point Break down the road that break at like half the size. And then this was actually one of the smaller days. So I was more comfortable. Like these, there's this like left-hand Point Break, and the problem is it's pretty rocky. And like I caught one of these smaller waves that didn't break out from the rocks quite enough.
You're on the inside.
Yeah, I'm surfing and I'm like, oh, seeing this pile of rocks pop, getting closer. So I jump off the back of the wave, like whatever, I'll get around it. Pretty much feel my swell, like jump off the back of the wave. The whitewash is pushing me through this like triangle of rocks, kind of like towards the beach. And I get swept in between these 2 rocks, and my leash gets hooked under this other rock. And I remember like was getting drifted in, and I felt myself stop and just like wasn't being pulled in anymore. I was like, all right, sick. Like, let's go to the top, go to get a breath. Fully like couldn't make it to the top. Open my eyes. I'm like a foot underwater still, and I couldn't make it anymore because my leash was caught around the rock, and I started panicking. And then the second wave hit. Yeah, I go to unstrap my leash, second wave hit, and it was pulling me so hard I couldn't even get my leash undone. Like the current was just so nuts.
Oh my God.
And basically it was like, oh, holy shit, I'm like fully about to die. This is the first time in my life I was like, oh, I think I might die right now if something doesn't change. Like, it stays the same, it's not looking good. And then I literally like just prayed, and I was like, please God, like let me out of this. I will never do anything again, please. And then like my leash snapped out of nowhere, fully snapped. I get to the top, and then I was like just ghost white, really shook. Like,
you still got no surfboard though, right?
No, like, now I grabbed my surfboard because it wasn't far from me, because it was like, it was right there. So I paddled in, and Spenny's on the beach, so psyched. Dude, that was the sickest session. And I'm just like dry heaving, coming up the beach, like dragging my body. Basically.
Your ankle was like, or your heel was split.
Oh yeah, cuts
and
everywhere.
And then I think that evening, if I'm not mistaken, you also had another incident.
That's when I got stung by the scorpion.
But we didn't know. It was like me and all my homies, and we're pretty, we're 17, 18, having a good time.
You guys are having a great time.
And Brandon is like
shit faced.
Yeah, Brandon's recovering from his like earlier in the day,
my near death experience.
And then all of a sudden, like I remember us being in the living room, Brandon come over, dude, like I can't breathe. Like my neck is like, and we're like, you'll be fine, dude. You'll be fine.
You guys are cross-eyed.
And then like 20 minutes later, we end up going to the pharmacy to get some like drugs, and the coconut guy's like, oh, you got stung by a scorpion. Yeah. He's like, enjoy it. Feels so good. Can't feel your body.
Dude, well, yeah, I was walking down. Everyone, we're in Mexico. We're like 18 years old, super young. And they hear like, oh, dude, there's this guy down there at this liquor store. Like, if you ask for it, they sell tequila that's mixed with weed. And I'm like, what? That sounds fucking crazy. They went down there, talked to the guy. He moves like 4 bottles of wine, pulls out this green bottle of tequila. It's sheer green. I wanted nothing to do with it. I had already had the most traumatic like afternoon. I'm like, dude, I just want to go home and chill. Like, they're all in there just getting, just drinking, getting wasted, having a great time. I go upstairs. I'm like, I'm just going to chill out, smoke a little shitty Mexican weed. Come back down. I'm walking down the staircase, like this outside staircase, and then randomly it's like, dude, I feel like I got attacked. Like, I just took one step on the stair, and it felt like, I don't even know, I thought an iguana had bit me or something, like a massive iguana. I was like, I couldn't figure out what hurt so bad. My foot, it felt like it was broken, like fully felt like I got chomped on by a large animal, and I'm limping down the stairs, and I go inside, I'm like, dude, something just attacked me. And everyone's like, haha, whatever, dude. Yeah, like, you're fine. Like, there's no mark on my foot. It's totally fine. Like a half hour later, I'm just chilling there. I'm like, dude, like my back is feeling kind of crazy. Like I'm tingling on my back. And then I'm tingling down all my fingertips, and then my tongue starts tingling, and I'm like going numb. And I have this like mystery illness that's happening.
We're just wasted. Like, yeah, you'll be all right, dude.
Yeah, and they're like, dude, just have some more tequila. I don't even want any of that. And I like couldn't figure out what it was. And then I started looking it up on Google, and then like they're like, oh yeah, it could be a scorpion thing. So then I hit up my mom because she's like a registered nurse. So she's like, I'm like hitting her up. I'm like, yeah, here's my symptoms. She's like, you need to get to the hospital immediately. If you're feeling like numbness in your tongue and your throat, like your throat's probably swelling up, you need to go. And I'm like, oh gosh. So then I'm like in full panic mode. That's when we ended up going to the store. First, we went outside to the staircase to see what bit me. The scorpion was there. Dead. So it was proof. And then they got a huge knife and went and chopped it up. Hell yeah. And then, I went to the store because I was like, dude, I think I should maybe go to the hospital. I'm not sure if I'm an allergic reaction. And like I felt kind of like stoned, like extra stoned. I was like, what is going on? And that's when the guy at the local shop was like, oh, dude, you're hyped, bro. Yeah, dude, like
he was like, dude, he was psyching. He was like, oh, enjoy it.
Yeah, he's like, bro,
enjoy it. Yeah. He's like, those are the best.
He's like, you got a freebie, bro.
Yeah.
And that made me feel a little better, honestly. That put me at ease. I was like, all right, this guy's like kind of jealous.
You know, that was a good warm up. I don't know. I don't mean to be taking this over, Chris, but this story kind of has to. We've always talked about it. And that was a good warm up. But Brandon he was living at my house during COVID. We're having a great time. And then I believe this day, Red Gerard or someone was having a party up in Oceanside. And I'm in Encinitas. So this is like probably 7-10 mile bike ride. And I made Brandon and I breakfast smoothies. I don't know if you want to talk about the...
I like how you're almost kind of throwing yourself under the bus with this one.
Yeah, but this is a good one. This is neat.
Okay, it's like, what is it, 2020? It's like mid-COVID. Like, they had...
Lockdown.
It's a full lockdown. Like, I'd been in Bear for a month, lockdown, and like eventually I was like, dude, I'm getting so over it. Like, hit up Spenny. What are you guys doing? Like, it's like, dude, just come live at my house. Like, beaches are closed, can't surf, can't do nothing. Like, all right, I'll come hang. So we're hanging, just, I don't know, doing what everyone else is doing in COVID, which is like nothing. Just being piles and like, you know, it's like Spenny's a fan of mushrooms. And like, I don't know, I've always been I'm a fan of nibbling here and there. And so we've been nibbling all week, you know, like I take a little pinch here, pinch there, liven up in your day. It's all good. One morning I wake up and Spenny's making a smoothie. I sit down. He's like, dude, I made us a smoothie. And I'm like, oh no, dude. I could just tell by the look in his eyes what kind of smoothie he made. And I just remember him pouring it out into this cup. And like I saw my glass come and all these chunks started falling into my glass. I was just like, I gave up. I was like, whatever, dude, let's do it. Like, it's like 9 a.m. at this point, maybe earlier. And we eat this smoothie and then we're like, dude, like, oh, Blake Axelson, Red Gerard, all these dudes they're living in Oceanside, like 5-10 miles from Encinitas. Like, let's ride our bikes up there. This would be all time. Like, so we get on these bikes and we start. This is not going to make us look good.
This is good though.
All right, so we're riding our bikes.
People are getting bored with the Olympics. We got to spice it up, dude.
We're riding our bikes up the 101. It's like it's May. It's hot outside. It's nice. I've got some beers. Got a spliff. Mushrooms are starting to kick in. I'm like, dude, let's post up and like, let's just take a little breather. Smoked a spliff, drank a beer. We start realizing we're like, dude, I think we got like this is gonna be too far of a bike ride. We can't do this. So we turn around. As soon as we start heading for home,
made it a mile.
So there's this
mile in.
There's this really crowded beach on the right because all the beaches are closed, right? And there's like this one parking lot. It's like a lookout. So like no one can go on the beach, but all these families are at this parking lot overlooking the beach because this is the closest they can get. We're riding right by it on a bike, and Spenny looks at me and he's like, bro, like I can't hear anything out of my left ear. And I was like, what? Like, just keep going, dude. Just keep going. He's like, I can't do it. I can't do it, dude. And he peels off to the right into this crowded parking lot, goes to get off his bike. As soon as he's getting off his bike, fully just passes out, slams his face into this chain link fence. I remember seeing his face drag down the fence. Then he hits the bottom and starts having a full-blown seizure.
Monochrome.
He went fully monochrome, starts having a seizure, and I'm like instantly in like first aid. All of a sudden, I'm like, dude, I'm flipping him on his left side, trying to get his tongue clear. All these people are looking at me. What's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. You're lying. And then instantly, I'm like, what happened to Spenny? Is this about to happen to me? Like, he just dropped dead. Now I gotta like, all these people are staring at me. I'm super uncomfortable, and I'm like, get on the phone. I didn't know what to do. I'm just trying to make sure Spenny's good. I'm like, I'm calling 911. Like, we need an ambulance. Call 911. I'm looking at all these people, and they're like, yeah, where are you? I'm like, where am I? I've been to that beach so many times. I had no idea where I was. And basically, I just remember this chick looking at me like going, no, dude, you're so bad. Basically, like, called the cops, had the cops show up, paramedics, firefighters, the whole bunch. I'm sitting there trying to explain what happened.
You're
flying. Yeah. I'm like, we ate these mushrooms, and then we went on a bike ride, and we smoked a spliff, and then we drank this beer, and then, like, I don't know, he just passed out. And the guy's looking at me like I'm the biggest idiot, dude. Like, but I was just trying to be honest with him. Like, so I didn't know what was going on with Spenny. He's like, I just want Spenny to be good. Like, I'm not scared to tell these guys I did fucking a couple of dumb, like, drugs. They're not even drugs. They're just plants. Like, not a drug guy, but basically, they ambulance him off, and then I'm stuck on the beach.
Is he conscious at this point?
Oh, dude,
No,
the
he woke back
craziest
up.
thing was
Okay.
I wake up to like firefighter guy, and I remember they're like, ask me, they're like, have you taken anything today? And I look at him, I'm like, yes, I've taken psilocybin and marijuana. Like, all like super legit. And then I was like getting flashbacks, so like, fuck, I'm gonna go back to the mental hospital. Oh no. And then I'm like in the ambulance, dude. And there's honestly, I don't, maybe like super drug addicts know about this, but like peaking on mushrooms and getting an IV put in is a crazy experience. Like, I was like, you could like feel the needle go in and the fluids like going through your whole body. And I'm just, dude, I'm like, Brandon's fucked up. Like, all of our friends are fucked up. My girlfriend is fucked up. So I'm just like in the hospital. Nobody can pick me up. I gotta I pretty much was there for like 4 hours. Like got back to normal, and then just like called an Uber home. And I remember part of like, I've gone monochrome a few times, and it's like usually a combo of dehydration.
Hold on, what is monochrome?
Monochrome is when you're dehydrated, you have too much nicotine, probably booze, and probably marijuana in your system, and you just lose hearing and vision goes black and white, and you know at some point you're gonna faint. But like you gotta find a good spot to faint. And I told fucking Brandon, I was like, dude, like I gotta pull over right here. And there was a lot of people, but I guarantee if I pull over and just laid on the ground, it would have been all good. But he was like, no, dude, we gotta go. And I was like, bro, you don't even know, dude. I'm riding on the 101. I got black and white vision and no hearing. Like, something bad's gonna happen like soon.
But the way of
T-minus face drag down the fence.
I don't remember that one. But
and the way he communicated to me of how he was feeling was he said, I can't hear anything out of my left ear. And I was like, that means nothing to me. Like, keep going.
Oh, that was a good one.
But then I was stuck at the beach with 2 bikes because they took him in an ambulance. Now
all these people staring at you.
Yeah, all these people, like, they rush off. Now everyone's like, what happened to that guy? And I'm like, 2 bikes on the beach, high on mushrooms, don't know what to do. His girlfriend was out drinking some day. Like, this sounds like bad because like all of her friends were just drinking the whole
classic Sunday.
It was lockdown.
It was lockdown.
Yeah.
I basically called Blake Axelson and begged him. He's like, dude, I've already started drinking. I was like, you don't understand what I'm going through. I need a ride. He's like, you know what? I'll be there. I'll be like, he came and saved my day.
Yeah, that was a wild one. That was solid.
No, that was nuts.
Yeah.
That's
a good explanation of it.
Yeah, great.
that was
the
awesome.
visual I have is a face drag down the.
Yeah,
You know, we were like going all
I watched
Olympics.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
we got to balance it out.
No, it was
you know,
fully
we're
like
middle
that.
borders.
where like the fence was bending inward like that. You know?
Oh yeah.
That's like my vision of it.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And then instant seizure. It was nuts.
Have you guys gone snow camping together?
We have in Whistler.
How was that?
Epic, dude.
Did you guys eat
Camping?
mushrooms?
Not on the Whistler one.
Yeah, I don't think we did, actually.
I was kind of like, because that one was weird. Like, I was there with Judd and Tour Gear for like the full 21 days. And then it was like Kyle Mack came in for a week, Brandon came in for a week, and Stale came in for a week. So it was like I feel like we didn't really get the full experience.
Yeah.
But on night one, he did injure himself. Steak.
Oh, with the fresh knife set?
Yep.
Yeah. I cut my tip of my thumb off.
Oh, God.
Fully, dude. Day one out in the middle of the woods, brand new knife set, slicing something. Next thing you know, the whole tip of my thumb basically
Oh,
just
God.
got. Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, because he wanted to cook a steak. He didn't want to eat the dry food.
Dude, dry food sucks.
Yeah,
Benny
it does.
loves dry food.
Big dry food guy.
It works. Maintenance either.
I hate snow camping personally. Like to me, it's horrible.
You've done it?
awful.
Where have you snow camped?
I just did it up at the spot up here in Utah, in our backyard.
You have propane
Well, that's
heater?
why.
I just slept in a tent.
Fucking duh, dude.
Or no, sorry, I didn't sleep in a tent. I just had a sleeping bag and boiling water in a water bottle.
Yeah,
and
that's not it.
I just shivered the whole. I was just so cold. I was so cold the whole night. It's
Yeah.
like, why do people like this?
Dude, well, it's because you got to have the propane heater, and then it's 70 degrees.
Dude, we have baller tents. We dropped in.
Yeah.
So that seems nice,
dude. And when you're camping, like I've only really camped in Whistler, this one zone, kind of up in Brandywine, like off the
Snowmobile
backside.
in.
Yeah, snowmobile in.
Yep.
But it's nuts when you like get up in the morning and get your stuff ready, and then literally in 10 minutes you're like out in the middle of nowhere. Like, I mean, you're already in the middle of nowhere, but like you got your little home base, and then 10 minute sled ride, and you're out there. It's like it makes it so fun.
No
like,
whoops.
No whoops.
Well, there are whoops to camp. Like the whoops came to camp, but I don't know. I feel like the thing with snow camping is just like, you know, like everyone's on social media. Like say like the WIS scene now, it's like, you know, people are pretty spread out. Everyone goes to their house and like does their thing, and then you go and snowboard. But there's no like crew house, and I'm sure a lot of people do a crew house. But I feel like for me, my favorite part about the camping is like, you're like a fucking, like I went on this last one last year, didn't know John Jay, come out like brothers with John Jay. Like, I feel like in like 14 days of doing that, you can like really like get to know people and meet them. And I think like for me, like snowboarding is so much about like the relationships in those moments more than just the trick. And then like when you combo it with like, I don't know, it's like, I don't want to go to Whistler and just film on the Forum step down and then go to the Hollywood Cliffs and then like do it all. And you got to do that is like you're coming up. But I thought what was cool is like, dude, when we were camping in Whistler, it's like pretty much snowing for like 2 weeks. Guess what? At night, you put some lights out, it's Bluebird. Doesn't matter if it's snowing. Like you can still film. And like maybe you're not going to film the craziest thing, but like to me it was like, oh, that's unique, you know? And like you can kind of like, we never like left like our little like 5 kilometer radius, but like we were able to like get so many like unique little things, you know, like, but I don't know. I just think like nowadays with like, there's just so much coming out that it's like, you got to spice it up a little
You're
bit.
kind of selling me on snow camping.
Well, with the propane heater, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, and plywood floors.
Yeah.
We're pretty much glamping out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's not like, dude, ask me, like, dude, the first, or it was our 5th night. It was negative 25 degrees outside in Alaska. And John Jay was in a normal tent like you.
I had no tent for the record. I was in a sleeping bag.
So way worse than you. But they're in just like, you know, they're definitely neg 25.
Yep.
Mason and I are in boxers and board shorts. It's 60 degrees in our tent. We're like we can't talk about this in the morning, but like this is mellow. And I think the key, like it's definitely like way more logistics with like carrying all the gas. But I think like if you're going to ride your best, you got to be comfortable. And if you're just going to camp like no tent or with like a tent and expect to spend 25 days out there, like fuck yeah, you can do it for sure. But like you can also do it with Starlink and propane and like, you know, you're all good. Like I had faster Wi-Fi out 100 miles in Alaska than I did at my house in Encinitas.
Damn.
Dude, we were live streaming NST at the Whistler camp. It was nuts. Like we cut out a white screen from the snow and had a projector. It was like, why shouldn't we be camping? This is so chill. Like it's insane.
It's like the cheapest way to get the view that like probably a billionaire could buy, but you're like, we got it right now.
Did you get clips?
Dude, that trip, I got some clips, but like I remember I did Dew Tour right before that, and I did this like street style Dew Tour thing, and I got absolutely smoked. And I like bruised my hip super bad. And that kind of like set me off for like, that's why I didn't make it to like the first couple weeks of them camping. And then I ended up coming in at the end and being like, dude, I can come and like be a helping hand, and I don't know how much I'll film. I think I got a couple clips, but like nothing crazy. Like at the very end, I started feeling okay, but.
So you're a snow camping truther.
I'm a truther.
Yeah, I'm
not sure what that means, but you're a truther.
You're a truther.
All right, Bombhole fam, I got some incredible news for you. We've teamed up with ShadyRays to bring you an exclusive offer.
Oh, yeah, Silk. And the right gear makes all the difference. That's where ShadyRays snow goggles come in. They've got the perfect goggles to get you on the mountain. Everything you need in one go without the hassle. I got a question, Silk.
Yep.
What if you want to customize your ShadyRays goggles?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. They got you covered there too. From lens swap options to strap options, you can build your own setup to ride exactly how you want to ride.
What if you don't like the fit of your goggles, or you kind of ding them up a little bit?
That's a very reasonable worry. A lot of stuff happens out there. They got you covered with broken protection, free 30-day returns, make it easy to swap them out or just send them back.
So gear up with premium goggles built for the mountain with the style and protection you need at a price that keeps it all within reach.
Yep.
So we've teamed up with ShadyRays to bring you an exclusive offer, Silk. What is that offer?
Yeah, you can head on over to ShadyRays.com and use promo code BOMBHOLE, and you're going to get a whopping 30% off any snow goggles or polarized sunglasses.
Be confident anywhere under the sun with ShadyRays, the eyewear that has your back.
All right, people, it's time to talk about the official timekeeper of Bombhole Cup and Natural Selection. We're talking Rocky Mountain watches. Now, they have new and pre-owned watches, a watch for all of your needs. So John, the founder, loves and supports the culture of snowboarding. They align with athletes and adventurers that live hard and let their watches show it. So at Rocky Mountain Watches, their motto is, there's a watch for every wrist. If you're interested in getting you a fly watch, check out RockyMountainWatches.com.
All right, Shredders, listen up. With over 30 years in snowboarding, Vans continues to deliver top-shelf snowboard boots for not only their diverse roster of athletes, but everyday riders worldwide. There's literally something for everyone in the Vans range of snow gear. However, we're here to talk about the Infuse, Vans' most popular all-terrain, all-condition boot, featuring hybrid BOA and lacing systems that are built for maximum customization of fit and flex. Embraced and backed by new-gen riders like Ken and Cummins, the Infuse is designed for performance that stands up in any terrain. So hit up your local Vans dealer and check out the Infuse and the rest of the 25-26 Vans Snow lineup.
All right, I'm going to egregiously change gears here, and we're going to get into a question about return. And this is from my boy, Torstein Horgmo. Ooh. And he's a little long-winded, so here we go, the shaman.
Hey, Brando. Just want to start off by saying I've been a massive fan of yours for a long time. I've been following your career, and it's been really inspiring for me to see how you've carried yourself, segueing from contest boarder, U.S. team rider, sort of breaking free and into carving your own path independently, finding your way in filming, making video series, and doing what you love and what really inspires you. It's been really cool to see, man, from Mayhem days and up until now. Just wanted to touch on return a little bit. I know you've stacked quite a few blocks in your career building kickers and finding spots and stuff like that. I was wondering what it was like for you to show up to Valhalla with sort of a served plate and what it was like entering that whatever we created up there. It was pretty amazing for me to watch how you handled it, but I just wanted to check in with you and see if you could share a little bit about that. Also, have you ever used any hair products in that fro of yours? That thing is so majestic. I just wondered if you ever did anything to that. Anyways, love you guys so much.
Wow. That's actually kind of nuts. Like I don't know what age, the younger self of me is going nuts right now. Like, Torstein is such an OG, dude. Like, what a legend. And like, I don't know, hearing that play back is kind of a full like circle moment for me. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, Torstein is insane, dude. Like, I mean, working with that guy and like getting really the opportunity to hop on his program for a year and see like how he runs things, right? Like the thing that he built at Valhalla was like something to me that felt like out of touch with reality. Like, you need someone like Torstein, like one of these big figureheads that like to have that dream. Cause like, what am I going to just run up to Steve and be like, dude, like, let's get Charles Beckinsale out to the middle of nowhere in Valhalla and we'll get him to build a bunch of cheese wedges. Like, dude, that's not going to fly under my budget. Like, but like Torstein is such a good creator of dreams, right? And he's like, he sets his bar so high, and like he's been doing it for so long. He knows what he wants, and he knows all the people. He has the connections in order to get something like that done. And like, I was so lucky to be able to kind of roll in to that session, right? Like, we got in a cat the first couple days, maybe even the first day we went there. We might have flown a heli up there. And like rolling into this zone and seeing all these cheese wedges built, it was like Superpark, but like imagine it had snowed like 6 feet on a Superpark setup and everything is fresh. And like, we had to go up there and like basically all we had to do was step out the lips, like scrape them down so that you don't get too bogged down in the fresh pow. But I mean, like, what a nuts opportunity to be up there with Torstein, Brandon Cocard, Mons Roisland, Mikey Cicerelli, like, insane crew of dudes. I think I'm missing someone, but
Cocard, Cicerelli, Mons, yourself.
Mark Landvik showed up.
Oh yeah.
Jamie Lynn was there. I was like, dude, what am I doing here? Like, got Gab on the FPV, like pretty much the greatest drone pilot of all time. Like, he's like the guy who makes drone footage cool again, kind of like when drones first started coming out. It's like you see a bunch of shots, you're like, this is like almost kind of sick, and then Gab is always just nailing it. And it's like, I don't know, just being up there and being able to help Torstein and like help the whole crew at first. Like, I got up there and they'd all been there for a few weeks, kind of settled in, like getting things worked out. And then I got the call to come up, and basically like when it was game on. So they had all kind of had their eyes set on what they wanted to do already. And like, you know, Torstein had his eyes set on like, you know, there's like this one double line that was like the double line. And really, like, the shot of the double line is like first try. Like, if you can get it with no tracks, it's pretty insane. But it also like super hard to judge the speed and to figure out. So it's a lot of pressure for a first track. And just getting to see how that guy worked and, you know, doubling up the sleds and being part of a team and kind of watching him just nail it. And then this whole thing, like, everyone kept landing more tricks throughout it. I don't know, like, I don't think I'll ever be able to be part of something like that again. Like, it's very far and few between that something like that comes around, and to be able to be with Torstein and like that sort of crew, like what a high level of this thing is that we're doing. He's just nailing it.
You know what I think was cool about Return? I feel like for me as like an outsider, I feel like that's your greatest like compilation of footage from one year in terms of like all the shit you landed in Japan and all the other trips and in Valhalla. Like, to me, I felt like you kind of shined really bright in that video, and it seemed like you landed a ton of shit. When the video came out, how did you feel about the final project as far as Return?
Dude, so hyped on that project, actually. Like, Torstein put his heart and soul into that thing, right? Like, the music, everything is different about that project. Like, nothing is like, it's not the same old Japan footage you're seeing. It's not the same old BC footage you're seeing. It's like something totally different, and like with Gab's vision in there, being such a good drone pilot. Like,
how was your landing average? I think somebody came on the show and said you landed the most out of everyone.
Dude, well, I got kind of lucky. I only filmed for that thing. If we filmed for Return, I was in Japan for 6 days with them, and then maybe 6 days in BC.
God damn, that's a high ROI.
Like, it wasn't that many days.
Those are like Devin Walsh numbers right there.
I then just got out there and like, look, I remember I tried back rail 7, fell in the first one, landed the second one, went back up there at Cap 9, landed that. Like, kind of just kept going through. I was like, I only got 6 days in Japan. Like, you kind of better start landing stuff or you're not going to have anything to show for it. Like you kind of need to be getting a couple clips a day to come out of there psyched.
Dude, I feel like usually you watch Japan footage too, and it's like a lot of kind of milking it in the trees. Like you guys hit some legit jumps. Dude, it's really fun to watch.
Well, that's the hard part about Japan is like I found it out this year. I feel like they have the greatest snow on earth, but the terrain is like so hard to find the right terrain, right? It's not like BC and it's not like these other places where you look left and look right and there's like a 80 footer or 90 footer, all these things that connected. Like Japan, it's super dense trees. There is a lot of steep stuff, but there's a lot of not steep stuff. And it's all like what's accessible. Like there's not a lot of fire roads there and you're hiking from it's like a street trip. It's like a street powder trip, right? You're driving on a highway and you look out and you're like, that tree looks sick or that gap could work. But like, we got to hike to it. So it's like, you're not going to hike 5 miles every day. Like you got to hike to something that's in your kill zone, basically.
Straight up. We're going to get into hot takes here, B. Davis. How do you feel about that? Are you ready?
Yeah, now I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All right. First question. Who is your GOAT? Both male and female.
Okay, it's easy for the chicks. I'm going Jamie Anderson.
Solid.
She's a GOAT.
Yep.
All around GOAT. Rides Alaska. Wins every contest. Can't go wrong. Awesome mom. Great family. Guys, I had a little bit of trouble thinking about this one, right? Like there's so many GOATs. But like right now I'm kind of going John Jay. Whoo! John Jackson.
Good answer.
POVs, absolutely nuts. Like the guy's out camping in Alaska. He's like a super pro that's never like gotten too super pro-ish, you know? Like he's still super core at heart and like he just wants to eat.
Valid. All right. Who's one of the most underrated snowboarders in your opinion?
Okay, I'm going a three-way on this one. Three-way tie.
We'll
not
hear
good
him.
for hot takes.
We'll hear him and then we'll make you pick one.
Okay, well, if we're going to pick one, I'm going to run Jed Sky. Whew. I went to high school with this kid. I absolutely love him to heart. And like, he's got such creativity and style in his snowboarding. And like, I've always wanted to see him just like get what he deserves. And like, I don't know, I go to high school, you meet a bunch of kids in high school that are like, oh, I'm a snowboarder, I'm going to do this. And then like 5 years later, everyone's gone. And everyone's out working their normal jobs, and Jed's just continued to push through it no matter what. He's got to serve tables 8 months a year just to go film tricks in the winter. Like, that's what he's going to do, and he does it super proper.
Good answer. Who are your other two picks out of curiosity?
Yeah, I was going to go Brandon Kokard. I love Brandon Kokard, and I feel like he deserves a bit more love. He's got a bunch of crazy tree taps and all this sick street and backcountry stuff. And then third pick, I'm going Garrett Warnick.
Woo.
Yeah.
Worm.
Those are good answers.
Those are solid. All right. Steel or powder?
I'm a steel guy. 100%.
Yes. Yes.
Got it right.
God, I was getting ready to be disappointed.
Yeah. Really. Give me a huge jump or a 120-foot rail. I'm going for the 120-foot rail every time.
God,
love it.
Fantastic. Who's got your favorite style ever?
I'm going to run with Nicholas Mueller.
Woo.
That's good.
All right. What's the heaviest trick you've ever witnessed in person?
Dude, wrapping back to the Superpark, I think it was Yuki Kodono just hitting that hip. Like, I wanted nothing to do with it, and the dude just went absolutely massive.
Favorite up-and-coming rider?
Dude, this one, I'm going to roll with Truth Smith. I met Truth this year at the Rockstar Open, and that dude was just a ball of energy. Like, he loves snowboarding, and he's having a good time doing it, and that's what I love to see.
Money. Who's got your favorite method?
Nicholas Mueller.
All right, who's got your favorite turn?
Can you guess?
I hope you say it again.
Nicholas Mueller.
Yeah. All right, what's your favorite snowboard video ever made?
The Eternal Beauty of Snowboarding.
Damn.
Nice. Not sure if you guys have seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I've underrated answer.
Yeah.
Please go and watch that.
Solid curveball, but great curveball. All right. What do we got? Favorite place? Actually, it's the best place to ride a snowboard.
Best place to ride a snowboard is Mammoth Mountain in the springtime. April, May, weather's good, snow's soft, park is firing, everyone's there. Can't get better than that.
What's your favorite board graphic ever made?
Dude, I've always been oddly a fan of Russell Winfield's Fat Albert board.
Nice.
That's a great
I would buy it if I could, but it's really expensive.
Is it?
Yeah, it's hard to find those things.
Damn. Who's the most talented snowboarder you've ever seen in person?
Oh, I didn't think about this one. Talented, dude. I've seen so many talent. I can't even answer that. Like,
but you kind of have
Yeah.
to.
If you had to, who would you say?
Yeah.
Dude, this is another curveball. Just in my head, I'm going Kyle Mack. That kid is so good. And like seeing him back in the day, the things that he could just like think about and do for no reason. That kid is such a good snowboarder.
Hell yeah. All right. Worst trick or least favorite trick?
Flips onto and off of rails.
Damn. What about in a rail jam?
Dude, I'm kind of over it in the rail jam too.
Okay.
Like leave it. I don't know. There's time and a place. You know, I'm not going to hit on every flip, but in every slopestyle contest, you really needed to do a board side flip, fakie, whatever. Like, no. We're over the 50-50 back rodeos.
We actually did a tally at our last rail jam we did on the East Coast. We did a running tally of total flips. Do you remember what the number was?
It might have been like 37 or something.
No, 27.
No, I think it might.
31?
Is that?
31
It
sounds
was
right.
around there.
I think it was 31
It was
or
around 30.
Yeah, there's 30 flips.
Okay, I'm actually going to take that back. I'm going to say flips off of rails is whack, but flips onto rails are pretty sick.
100%. All right. If you were to buy a snowboard that isn't your board sponsor, like you got Ride behind you, you know, we're not trying to have you put you in a pickle with Ride, you know?
No,
But,
of course not.
You know, just gun to your head. What would you buy?
I would go to Japan. I just came back from Japan and like I can't name a board because I don't know the board, but there's so many of these small mom and pop board shops there that you go around Japan and everyone's on this like custom creative weird looking snowboard, and like I ride Ride's War Pig a lot because it's different and it feels nice under my feet. So I think I would flow towards something like that. Like Japan, you see all these nuts snowboards like swallowtails. It's more like a surfboard.
Yeah,
in Japan, you know, like the shapes that they're running. So I'd probably grab something off the shelf there.
What a pro answer. Doesn't say a brand. Just kind of keeps it vague.
We know.
We solid media training.
Yeah, that
right
was
there.
elite
Excellent work.
media
Sounds
training.
like
Those Ride snowboards in there.
Yeah, that was.
Come on, Jim.
That was elite right there.
He knows what
Jim.
he's doing.
It's called double the contract.
All right. Dream sponsor. Anything in the world. What is it?
Oh, I didn't think about the dream sponsor.
I
dude.
sent him these before.
Eurocopter.
Helicopter? Dude, I don't even want to fly in a helicopter. That shit is terrifying. Can I go something like
Yes.
government backed Army, U.S. Army?
You want to? Okay, you want
Army.
to ride for the Army?
What's something like
That's your dream
I want like
sponsor?
a U.S. Army?
What
Yeah.
still get
What
does that
helicopters?
come with?
If I
What
get
are
a
the
disability check, I'm
Okay.
100% down.
So you want to get sponsored by the Army so you get disability
Yeah,
checks?
housing stipend and
So you have to get hurt to get disability. Like, wait, what?
well, I know a lot of people in the military. You don't necessarily have to get hurt.
Okay.
shoot your own
That's a loophole.
situation.
Okay.
Yeah, so shoot yourself in the foot.
Again, I'll say this is a
Interesting.
bit of a curveball.
Yeah.
Again, this is probably the biggest curveball of all the answers.
We have
U.S.
heard
Army
visa as
because
an
of
answer.
disability potential.
Dude, I don't know. I didn't think about that one. I don't know.
All right. If there's any
Army, locking
U.S.
it
Army
in.
marketing
We're locking
department,
it in for U.S. Army.
Looking to make their way into snowboarding.
Do not draft me though. Not that desperate.
want to
In
be
the
sponsored by
contract.
the Army, does not want to be drafted.
Don't want to have to fight anyone.
Okay, perfect. Last question. Worst trend. What do you got?
Worst trend in snowboarding. It's not really just snowboarding. I'm gonna say it's like random companies stealing your clips and your footage to like sell their products, which sounds kind of jaded, but it's like I don't think my videos are that important or they're really making that big of a difference. But like if I buy my plane ticket to Japan, pay for my hotel, get a rental car, find a spot, have a filmer, go out, film these clips, and then 5 hours later I see it's reposted on some random Japanese ski touring website and they're like, this is your sign to book a trip to Japan. I'm like, dude, what? Like, why do you think you're going to use this to sell your business seats? Like, I'm spending money out of my own pocket and like, this is my content. Like, not that I'm like super overly like, this is mine and like, this is so sick. You can't sell this.
No,
like,
it makes a lot of sense.
but it's like, you can't just use it for your own good. Like what? They're just going to repost this and make money. Like, I don't know.
Totally.
That kills me.
Yeah, I think that's a valid take. 100%. Oh, those are some hot takes.
Yeah, those are good ones. Yeah,
Kinda.
U.S. Army.
U.S.
yeah.
Army for the win.
Kind of a hot take.
For
Kind
sure.
of a slow hot take.
All right. We also go through setups. What's your setup?
I'm running On a day-to-day basis, I'm on the Ride War Pig. Kind of my
You've been on that thing
go-to.
for a hot minute.
Dude, I think almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Kind of nuts. I don't know. That's my board. Bindings, whatever ride sends me, dude. Like they asked me, like, are you riding the drone ones or the Spectre? I'm like, dude, I have no idea what board. I don't know which one I'm riding. Boots, Ride Fuse.
So Warpig all-terrain vehicle. Like you ride it on rails, or is that more?
Dude,
all mountain?
if I'm riding rails, I'm riding the Warpig for sure.
Damn.
Like it's kind of a short board. It's got some flex to it. It's got everything I
POW?
need. I ride some POW, but not too deep a POW.
Okay.
I was riding it in Japan and I was getting by, but once it got pretty deep, I was like, all right, I need to. My landing ratios are going down.
Return? What are we riding? Valhalla.
That I was riding Ride's Deep Fake.
Okay.
Kind of like the OG super stiff. Dude, to be honest, I just kind of ride whatever they send me.
I like that.
I love it.
Hollow skull on the board selection and on the rail to go to the end.
Matter. Nope.
The contests win. I'm seeing a
You don't
really
want to think
good.
too much.
But if you're riding good snow and you're riding powder, like it doesn't matter what you're riding. You don't feel the stiffness of it. It's waist deep out there. It's like, dude, just stop overthinking it and go snowboard. If you know how to snowboard, you should be able to handle that thing.
Solid answer. We do have one last guest question that I actually almost forgot about before we get into it here. And this is from Aspen Rainweaver. Here we go.
No way.
Good morning, Bombhole fam. Aspen Rainweaver here, calling in to tell you I love you and ask B a question. Brandon, I know you travel with an espresso machine a lot, and I'm wondering if you have a favorite design or artwork, or maybe a few, if you could break that down for us. Love to hear a little bit about it. Hey, thanks for everything you do, Bombhole. You guys are the best. Brandon, travel safe. Love you, Brother Bear.
Wow. I know exactly what he's talking about. This is recent. Yeah, so I'm a latte guy. I'm a latte snob. I love coffee. Last year I was traveling around with my espresso machine.
Which brand?
Breville.
Oh, we got one of those. It's incredible.
Dude, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it saves a lot of money, honestly. Drip coffee's, I mean, it's good. I'll do it in a pinch. But yeah, a couple days ago, Aspen came over. So, all right, long story short, I've known Aspen Weaver for a really long time and like been living in OB for like a year, like in San Diego. And I randomly go by this restaurant and I hear this dude yell my name. It's like, is that Brandon? And I'm like, what? Who is this? And Aspen Weaver comes out of the restaurant. He's like, dude, what are you doing here? I was like, I live right here. He's like, I live right here. I'm like, no way. Like long lost brotherhood, kind of like reconnected. I didn't know anyone in South County, San Diego. Like it's a bunch of snowboarders that live up in North County, like Oceanside, Encinitas area. It's basically just me down there until I saw Aspen, and he's like, dude, what? Like, you're down here? All the snowboarders I know are up north. Like, so we connected, and he surfs a ton, and so we surfed. We've been surfing a ton, and then just a couple days ago, I asked him, like, I didn't have a car. I was like, dude, if you come pick me up before you surf, like, do you want a latte? He's like, yeah, I want a latte. And I was like, I got you. And I can't make latte art that good. I've been working on it for quite a while, but like, if I make a heart, it kind of just turns into a dick and balls. But I got pretty good at that. Hell yeah. So I could make the heart turn into a couple balls and then shaft it out. And
damn.
So basically, when I said good morning to Aspen, thanked him for giving me a ride, and I gave him his dick and ball coffee.
That's incredible.
And he was hyped.
That's awesome.
Barista post-career.
Yeah.
In route.
Triple X.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. All right. I think I guess the last question we have is, well, if you want to throw out any thank yous, you can do that.
No, I'd love to say some thank yous.
All right.
Course, classic. We're going with the sponsors. Whew. Can't do without them. Rockstar Energy. Been with them for an absolute minute now. Very grateful for that. Steve Mateus, thank you for the support. I'd like to shout out Ride Snowboards. I've been riding them since I've been like 12, getting flow up through the team rankings, up into a pro rider, like super unbelievably grateful for that. Super hyped. I just signed with Oyuki, this new brand out of Japan. Kind of going international with the scene.
Love that.
Gear is all time. I mean, I'm coming off, I was riding for Hurley for a while, which was also a blessing. I mean, any way you can make money in snowboarding means to keeping the wheels spinning, right? So it's like, but the quality of the gear wasn't quite where I was at as far as like being in the backcountry, and like being with Oyuki now, their gear is absolutely insane. So I want to give a big shout out to them. As far as backcountry access, And then after the sponsors, the most important thank you is to my fiance for making it. I looked at Spenny in the eyes when I said that, which was kind of strange. Kind of threw me off.
Not his fiance.
I don't know why I switched to eye contact there. That kind of threw me off. But yeah, she pushes me to be better every day, and like she makes me feel lazy sometimes, most of the time. So
congrats on getting engaged.
Yeah, thank you.
Major life hammer.
Feeling old and blessed.
That's incredible. Well, I'll tell you what, B. Davis, I had a fantastic show chatting with you. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a wonderful time.
Gimme, did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
I had such a good time. I'm thinking about starting a competitor podcast.
Yeah, you fire one up. It's not that hard. You just talk into a mic.
Yeah,
It's
I know,
very
It's so much easier than doing a Cab 9 or something in the PAL. It's insane.
I wouldn't say it's that easy, but you got it pretty good over here.
It's pretty.
It's not bad.
For you, it's actually probably equally as easy.
Yeah.
What's it been? 6 years?
6 years.
Dude, it's
Is that
crazy.
all? The Bomble's only been here for 6 years.
6 years.
Dude, you guys have made quite a mark.
Yeah.
Thank you for
6
saying
years,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations to you.
Thank you. It's weird. We just started doing a show one Wednesday and then just didn't stop for 6 years.
You can do quite a lot in 6 years.
Yeah. I would say more of a media powerhouse now than
thank
just
you
a
for saying
podcast.
that.
You know?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's podcast.
Yeah.
Powerhouse.
Appreciate that. Silk, did you have a good show?
Incredible show.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite moment?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to be going to sleep with a very nice visual of Spenny's face on a chain link fence.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Also 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I think my favorite moment was hearing about the scorpion bite and then how excited the man at the
local
convenience
guy
store was.
Yeah.
That to me
was a pretty big moment.
I think that was the highlight of the show for me.
Yeah, I was peeking around then.
Yeah, 100%. So the last question is, who's taking us out of the show?
I think Brandon's obviously
All
going
right.
to do it.
So in true bombhole fashion, we just have somebody random do the sign off every time.
Just
so
like the
imagine
closing
you're Todd
statement.
Richards and you just wrapped a show and you're like a professional broadcaster.
Yeah.
Just take us out. Do a sign off.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. It's a
All right,
really
so
big
some
deal.
random guy's going to sign us off the show. Thank you for coming to the bomb hole. This is not Todd Richards. Have a great night, folks.
There it is. Nice. Good show. Hell yeah.
That was great.
What a good show.
Phenomenal.
Nice show, B. Davis.
Phenomenal.